Hello, audience. I hope you had a good lunch because we decided just to switch the speech a little so that everything stays warm. And I'm now here with the job to present two things, osmium and the worst English accent, German accent in English that you ever heard. So I do my very best. So let's start with this little metal here. This is a newspaper from Spain. And I'll just show you some of the things that they are doing in the newspapers in Germany and other countries, because some of you might never have heard about osmium, and it appears to people to be new. What it not is. It is a couple of billion years old, and it has been for a long time on the planet, and it is one of the 8 noble metals. It is the last of the noble metals that will be introduced to the market, and this depends on a couple of interesting things. By the way, this is what it looks like on the right-hand side, and we do have a booth over there, and if you like to see osmium and maybe feel it a little, you can just come over and join the osmium experience. So our job is to inform people. So we're traveling the world, and we're just doing things like that. We give information about osmium, because osmium used to be a toxic substance, and this for a long time. So in 1804, Smith and Tennant discovered the element, and it produced an oxide which is toxic. So osmium hasn't been produced for the market. It has been used in medicine and a couple of other things, like in bulbs of Osram, you might have heard that. And people were not able to put it to the market, to the investors' market, etc. So what happened then was that osmium was crystallized, starting with the osmium sponge. So all of you know diamonds. A diamond is just carbon crystallized to a diamond, and the osmium sponge gets crystallized to be osmium in this crystalline disk form. And after this process, it is not toxic anymore. So what is the job of the Osmium Institute? Usually, if you are in this business, you don't have to do with institutes, because we're doing scientific work. My job at the headquarters in Germany is to certify the osmium. So it comes from the mines, let's say from Canada or from Kazakhstan or from South Africa, goes to Switzerland, is crystallized there, crosses the border to Germany, and in Germany it is certified, because every crystal of osmium has a special structure. And this is like a fingerprint to the osmium, so that you always will find your particular piece. And we do the scan of every particular piece of osmium. And this is how it is packed. So you can compare it a little with diamonds, but there are a lot of diamonds, a big number, and there will be the new man-made diamonds too, tons of them. But osmium is very, very rare, and I'm going to give you some ideas about that. Let's start with the purity. Usually, you buy gold in a 4-9er purity. If you work with osmium, it is at least a 5-9er purity. But osmium is used for the measurements. So people who work with measurement machines like X-ray, etc., they use osmium for their machines to be brought to the point. And this is what they do in the XRF spectrometers, and they use osmium to calibrate their machines. This is the purity, very, very high. So osmium got some special characteristics. In German, we say it's an Elativ, so the best of the best. And it has the highest density of all stable metals. It is the most rare non-radioactive element on the planet. It has the highest abrasion resistance of all elements at all, even higher than diamonds. And it is a shield against gamma rays. So if you try to build some kind of an enterprise and go to space, you can coat it with osmium, that's helpful. But we do not have that much osmium, so maybe you find another option to do that. And it becomes a superconductor. Most important thing, it is absolutely not possible to forge osmium. This is how it looks like, and I give you just a small impression what osmium can be. It can be jewelry in small pieces, where you have 0.07 grams of osmium, which might be €100 or something like that, and you make small osmium. Or you make jewelry in very, very special designs. So in Italy, in France, they start to do special designs with osmium for the jewelry market. And you can coat it with titanium, you can put it in rings, you can have pendants and whatever you like to made out of osmium. This is what they call the osmium sparkle. And I'm going to show you with this disk here, because there is a physical thing that a diamond is able to split the light, and osmium is able to reflect the light like that. So what you see here is the osmium sparkle. And I think even if you are 10 or 20 meters from here, you can see the osmium sparkle. These are frequencies that will be reflected by sunlight too. So if you do wear osmium on a party instead of diamonds, then you will be seen from a distance of, let's say, 10 or 20 meters on this party. So this might be helpful if you want to get seen. So just an option. This is just because of there are perfect little mirrors in. And the sunlight that comes down from the sun is absolutely parallel because of the extreme distance it has to travel to Earth. And then it goes on a little mirror like that, and this mirror is absolutely even. So from there, it goes directly to your eye as if you would look directly into the sun. This is why we call it the sunshine element. Okay, so let's go on with that. What happens with osmium after maybe investors bought it, sold it, etc.? Then the final destination of osmium is to end up in some kind of luxury wristwatches or jewelry. And there are a couple of companies who are producing new things. And Ulysse Nardin, based in Switzerland, just brought one of the new wristwatches for 100,000 Switzerland francs, which is brand new, just a couple of days old. And these are the things you can do. So back to the scientific things. Here is the part of the table, of the periodic table of the elements. You have silver, gold, palladium, platinum, rhodium, iridium, ruthenium, and osmium as the last one. So there will not come a next opportunity. This is the last of the noble metals. And on the complete planet, you'll have 9 cubic meters. That is not much, 9 cubic meters. Let's say this is a small truck of osmium in the Earth crust. And you can dig out, let's say, approximately 2 cubic meters. So you can put this in a very small car, which will not be able to drive anymore because of the density of 22.61. So you have 40 tons of osmium in 2 cubic meters. But just I tell this because it is just to have an idea how rare it is, yes? It is just those 44,000 kilograms, 2 cubic meters of osmium in the complete Earth crust, and it might happen, what they call in the US, the osmium Big Bang, that osmium will run out completely. And if osmium is gone, we got to see what will happen. So counterfeiting, I just give...
I'm in that part of the stream. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? I have a link pinned at the top if anyone wants to join me up here on the panel. You're more than welcome to. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Thanks, OTG. Let's see. This right here, this is for art. That obviously you can see the sparkle level is pretty outstanding on that stuff. I got nose rings actually made, white gold, yellow gold, platinum, and palladium nose rings going for $2.99 if anyone's interested. And we have Ian's. What's up, Mr. Sir?
Hey there, Mr. Neil.
Mr. Osmium himself. The American Osmium man. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. I have just a thing here. There we go. Captain Osmium. I threw up Iron Man's picture.
There we go. Turn the YouTube off.
Yeah, I think I already muted mine. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, we're hearing you pretty good. Where do you purchase osmium? What form and what price? You have the man on the screen right now. You can call Ian Arc Silver Investment, and he'll be more than happy. And the price per ounce, correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, it's what, 72,000 per ounce or something like that?
Do you know what? You have to do the math. I haven't checked the spot price per gram, so check the price per gram and multiply by 31.15. I think that's the ratio to get grams to ounces.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's cheap though. If you get the smaller pieces, you don't need to get an ounce. There are people, from my understanding, in Europe that are using this for peer-to-peer transfer, kind of sort of like crypto. It's peer-to-peer, no tracing, and you can carry it across borders. It's a tangible asset.
And 100% verifiable transaction by the Osmium Institute's database. So.
Yep. And there are people actually transferring millions of dollars worth of wealth, by transferring ownership of osmium for whatever reason they're doing it for. So,
in fact, you just give me a good idea, Neil. Those little squares that a lot of people are buying, the 2mm squares, I mean, they make a pretty good currency, don't they? With a complete independent verification.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And actually, kind of, sort of, if you put them in jewelry, you just increase that currency.
And and you wear it. Yeah.
It's generational wealth you can pass down. You know, it fits. It checks all the boxes of what any precious metal person says.
Because there's a lot of companies doing bullion grade jewelry now, isn't there? There's 4 or 5.
Yep.
That I know of.
And they're going to be getting into, of course, crystallized osmium, because it is perfect for jewelry setting.
I was talking to the Kinesis Mint guy yesterday. He came to Jim Forsyth's memorial in DC, and so the Kinesis Mint are very interested in minting some bullion grade silver products. And not only can they mint, they can cast, they can do a whole range of services. So if anybody wants a reasonable run of a particular product, we can get it done at a very cost-effective price at the Turkish Kinesis Mint.
Hi, William. William asked if it has any industrial uses.
It would have a multitude. It would be approaching the usefulness that silver has, except that there's not enough of it. But one use I did find out at the symposium in Germany was a lot of companies are now using it as a reference to set testing equipment. That when your equipment can test to the 595 and higher purity, you can use a piece of osmium to verify your equipment's working properly.
This is 100% true. It is a very good. I don't recall the word that they used for that. It's the standard of reference.
Reference point. Yeah, reference.
Yeah. That is very awesome. I know NASA actually uses a part of the desert, I think in Utah, to recalibrate their cameras for distance, because it's such a flat and even surface down there. They're actually in court right now with a company, because there's actually lithium up underneath there that this company wants to get to, but it'll screw up NASA's measurement system.
Won't be so flat if they dig it up, will it?
Yeah, no doubt. And they're actually in court right now, because NASA's like, "No, man, that's the spot on the planet that we use." So they're looking at that.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because I guess what the NASA uses are critical for US.
Yes, very much
navigation systems, and the lithium is crucial for many things apart from batteries.
Yeah, that's why they're looking at. That's why it's going to court. They're looking at dividing.
Who wins?
Yeah, well, obviously NASA will win and keep a part. They just need to determine how big of a part they actually need, rather than just consuming all of it and saying no, all of it is ours. You know how government agencies are. But anyhow, that's another story. It has nothing to do with crystallized osmium. But other than the fact that it's used to calibrate, stuff, and that is actually kind of cool, because then
So how are you doing, Neil?
Still unemployed, but work's looking like it's going to be picking up here.
Good.
We got a lot of public work projects. You know how it goes in the construction industry.
We'll just have to make sure we get you independently wealthy using the osmium.
That is what I'm going for. And actually, you know this. Hopefully, within maybe a month, I'll be able to display some of my products on my live stream that I'm
awesome.
creating. And it's just a start.
I think you won't be able to make them as fast as you sell them. In fact, I think I might have to put some pre-orders in if you don't mind.
Yeah. I was actually going to talk to you about that because
we'll get them in the store.
Yeah, I was like, holy cow! If we're, we blow out 1,000 in 1 week, how long will it take? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's what I'm looking at, brother.
I think that's going to be easy, isn't it?
Yeah, no. It as soon as the word gets out, and that's what we're working on.
Yeah,
I'm working.
And what you're doing, no one else is doing what you're doing. Everyone else who's using it is looking at a high value, high markup product. You know. 4 times to 7 times markup on the total value of the components.
Yep. No, I'm looking at.
You're looking at democratizing, decentralizing.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm looking to put it. Hey, how's it going, Constitutional Stacker and Space Miner? I'm looking to put it in the hands of. I figure, the jewelry market that I'm looking to start off in is a good 13 to 15 million people in America that'll have that kind of money. I'll be asking for to buy it. They just need to know about it.
Yeah,
that's all. So if all I need to do is sell 11 million and there's no more osmium,
there won't be 11 million because I mean there's things like the osmium watches.
Yeah, true that. Everyone else is going to be consuming.
I mean, I don't know. There's a few hundred equivalent 2mm squares in there, probably 300. So there's probably only going to be 500,000 maybe 2mm squares available. I don't know, that's just a random guess, but you start looking at the pieces they've already produced and which type of piece is selling and how the volumes are increasing. You won't be cutting a 3mm round diamond into a square. It will stay as that 3mm diamond.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm only using the nose rings as a financial stepping stone to where I can get into the bigger stuff. Because I do see the layout of the land, and
the squares.
Make a ladder.
I saw hundreds of pieces of jewelry at the symposium, and a lot of jewelers are using the 2mm for like a band around the edge. Of
yeah.
That so they've also got many uses.
They're using it like the smaller diamonds around the bigger jewels.
Yeah, like a pave paving stones, I guess. One way to describe it. So pre-made sections of pave. Yeah.
But did you see any jewels like what I'm thinking of doing with them?
Bigger pieces, but in the thousands of dollar price tag. So
that's
you have no competition at the moment.
Yeah. And that's why I need to step up the ladder very quickly because I want to get into that range.
So I did order a big batch of the squares. So I'll be getting the next chunk after buying them out of their previous allocation. So
I'll be looking at 3 and 4mm rounds probably within 2 months. Getting
and I did find out they do 2.5mm squares as well.
Oh, they do. I did not do that.
To order, I was talking to Scarlett Klaus, and they have a jeweler who orders big batches of 2.5mm squares.
Okay.
So, and again, they're at the spot price, no premium.
Man, it's a great time to be alive.
I just see that William PMCD. Absolutely, osmium is a key. I was talking to someone again at Jim Forsyth's memorial event yesterday, and it would be the ultimate multi-layer security system as part of that system to have. You'd only need the 2mm square read by a laser as a final, part of a multi-access
security system,
multimedia, you could have blockchain, you could have a digit, a pin, and then that. If you had that, there's no way that could be hacked.
Yeah, it'd be like a 3-step verification using osmium as one of the steps.
Yeah.
William, you always ask interesting questions and stimulate my thought process.
Yeah, so someone needs to get on and do that. I wish I had the time to do all of these things.
It could be like a James Bond ring.
Oh yes, yeah. Heck, if we could get it into a
or your watch.
if we could get it into one, yeah, your watch could be. It would be a kick. Yeah,
You could make it whatever piece that you purchase,
exactly.
because you could program the computer with the code.
And not only that, you could make it a particular section of the piece you've got.
Yeah.
So even
You know,
if somebody stole your piece, they wouldn't know which piece, which
Yeah.
part to use.
Like
So,
you said, there's
so
over.
then for another level of verification, you could
Yep.
have a grid that you put over your piece
Yep.
to reveal to mark the piece that is the verification point. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
lots.
that would be a very secure system.
Yeah.
Because,
Even if somebody stole it, they still wouldn't be able to use it.
AI computer couldn't
No.
figure out what section. What is it, over like 10 million identification points on a 2mm square?
Yeah, Space Miner. I think that was Space Miner's idea. I first heard it from William. Yeah, I'm sure Space Miner said to me, "How about using it as a key?"
It would be, like I said, it'd be a perfect thing. I wouldn't be surprised to see the government actually picking up on that one. All governments actually, because that's, I mean, how much more secure, like for transferable.
Well, yeah, and it would be hard to contaminate because you can use high resolution scans. Everything has a unique surface.
It'd be perfect,
but that could get easily marked or contaminated. But the Osmium is pretty robust.
I could see transferring the football is what it's called, who travels with the president when he flies. They're under lock and key with that briefcase they have, and I could see this being used as a very, very much secure additive to their prevention measures of someone not authorized getting into that briefcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, William had a good one here. 2 pieces added together. That way you have 2 people. They have to be at their.
Oh, 2 pieces combined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good, wouldn't it? To
and then,
verify a contract or.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talk about securing.
We're really going back in time, aren't we? That's the tally stick. Where you cut the same
modern,
stick in half.
The modern version, and it's
more compact. Yeah.
It turned out to be better because, quite frankly, with the amount of recognition points on each individual piece that's individual to that piece. I mean, I've known a couple of locksmiths in my day, and they would go, we'd be drinking, go over scenarios in your head and whatnot. I can't think off the top of my head right now what scenario you could use to replicate a code coming off of a piece of osmium exactly to make that readout. I can't see you doing any kind of imprint and then copying that imprint.
No, you can't duplicate it. No.
Yeah, it's I can't think of it.
It'd be impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't think of a way.
I just remember Space Miner. We did get your 2 Space Miner rounds with the Osmium discs. We got them on the display, so a lot of prominent people got to see them at the public opening. So I will send you a picture of them in the display cabinet along with the Panther bar and some other interesting pieces.
That's awful sweet, Space Miner. That is awesome, brother.
So I've got them, brought them back safe, so that they're back in the good old US of A.
You're getting some recognition, my man. Well deserved. Well deserved. And anyone actually can get up and do this stuff. That's the great opportunity presented to everyone. This gentleman on the screen right now is the man you need to talk to get your order in. Use your imagination on whatever kind of artwork or artistic piece of jewelry you want to create, and bingo, you got a one-off piece, never before done, and you can get instant recognition by like sending it off to Germany so they can display it or put it in. I believe there's a website.
Yeah, you can put it on the Osmium jewelry, which is not just it's not just restricted to jewelry, but any artistic use of osmium.
And there you go. And all of a sudden, as people get interested in osmium and start looking at stuff, your piece will be viewed.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, they also have a sales line where you can put your piece up for sale on the website.
they've got a marketplace to help people in the secondary market if they want to sell the
but not jewelry
raw
design.
pieces. Not that I'm aware of yet.
We need to get them up to
Yeah.
speed on that.
But we will also consider putting in our store in Jackson if anybody wants to display their pieces.
Now we're talking, Ian.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, baby. I like that idea. Yeah. I've been buying gems. I got some Colombian emeralds. I got some Brazilian amethyst already in. I'm just trying to get the equipment together to do my thing, throw them into necklaces or rings, and I'm going to want them displayed and visualized for other people to see so they can, get some creative ideas or offer me a lot of money to buy it. The second of which would be awful nice. But this is the greatest opportunity. I was showing before you got up. Excuse me. Ingolf Wolf's.
I caught a bit of that. He's a fascinating guy. He really is.
I wish I would have had better video with that.
The way I hope he's not listening. He might be too busy, but he's a fairly stable genius. Most geniuses are very unstable to incredibly unstable, but he's stable enough to have built a group of people around him to fulfill his vision. So that takes a lot more skills than just being a genius. It was a good time meeting a lot of the crew that have been working for a long time at this, and I met Rolf, the Swiss scientist, fascinating guy. So I had a long chat with him. So hopefully I'll be meeting up with him again in the not too distant future. An incredible scientist, an incredible mind.
Yeah, too bad he's going to be retiring.
Yeah, they will carry on recycling from when the bigger discs from the family office boxes. If people send them in to get cut into the smaller pieces, that's
when
there's a greater value on the smaller pieces per weight. And so there will be residue that they know is 100% where it came from. It's ESG. They're not going to get sued for using it. Rolf will carry on running that back through and recrystallizing it. One of the problems actually with the offcuts is you have to get it into a powder. So now you've got something that's more abrasive than diamond and a similar hardness. Now you have to get it back into a powder without contaminating it. So he's had to develop a whole load of equipment to do that.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's some very technical equipment too, because that's high technology. Yeah. Does that new institute that he just built, is that part of that system that he's bringing online?
No, so all of the manufacturing is done in Switzerland.
Okay, so it'll stay there.
That base is staying there. That's very private, very secret. Where that is. In fact, I think this is one of the first times that Rolf, the the manufacturer, because man can't create anything.
He sounds like a Marvel villain.
Yeah, all we can do is move stuff around. We can't create anything.
It's just like it's energy. Yeah,
we can just change. We can change, add, combine, and move, but we can't create.
Yeah.
So, he will carry on recycling. So there will be, a trickle going forwards, and I think by 2026, that they may not have actually sold out. What they've committed to do is to convert all of the osmium they've collected over 10 years. They're going to convert that to the crystalline form by the end of 2026. So there will be, we anticipate significant reserves going forward, and that will go to the state partners and the people who've been working hard to build up the market.
Right on. Well, like I said, anyone who wants to buy those nose rings, come 2026 when the secondary market kicks in, they're going to be
2-3 times the price they are now.
Easily. You are going to be very happy that you have osmium, even a little bit of it,
even if it's got snot on it. Yeah,
exactly. Well, actually, we have white gold, platinum, and palladium settings to put them on. Yeah, all four.
Wow.
I'm sending down the remainder of the pieces that I bought first round.
Yeah.
to be put into nose rings so I can get a display of each of the 4 of them. And that's what I'm hoping within the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks I'll be able to have here live and be able to show people. I'm actually I don't do nose rings myself, but I'm very interested to see the palladium one.
Yeah.
And see what that looks like, because
Yeah.
as you and I have spoken in the past, the PGM metals put together always look nice. I can imagine what it would look like.
Well, there's a harmony, isn't there? And I've not looked into it, but I've had quite a few people ask, well, what frequency does the crystalline osmium has? And that's
that's
question.
interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out myself.
I mean, everything has a frequency, and I would have thought it's quite a beautiful frequency with its structure. And if it reflects, if it puts a frequency out in the same way it reflects light, it's going to be very focused.
Yeah, and a higher frequency probably as well.
Could be, yeah. I'm completely out of any field of knowledge on that.
So. You got me too. I actually follow a little bit of Tesla's work on frequency, vibration, energy, but I don't know anything past that.
There's a whole world of physics and chemistry.
Yeah,
we have no idea yet, do we, mankind?
No, and I don't dive.
No idea how.
I don't dive into water's
incredible all the physical properties of metals are. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're theoretical physics and all that other stuff. Those guys a lot smarter than me.
Oh, hello, Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald's just stepped into the room.
But I feel good when I'm wearing the watch, for sure. I brought my wife a beautiful pendant back that Ingo's partner made. She's making a range using Bavarian horn from different animals, cut into pieces, and she has got some sort of way of staining it, making beautiful patterns on it, and then she inserts a piece of osmium and some pretty cool pieces. So that's yet another use.
Well, after I get the funds up to do some of my artistic works on it, I have actually the only piece of jewelry I actually do wear.
Ooh,
I've had in my ear since I was 16.
Did you see that comment, Neil, about Gerald? Oh my gosh, if Indian women started using it as a bindi, that's it. It's all sold out, isn't it? It's gone.
It's funny. Gerald should mention that, because JM and Unleashed and myself, or another project I'm working on, is doing the clip-on nose rings and earrings. Yeah. And one thing we were looking at is exactly that, Gerald, doing a 16 or an 18, a 14 or 18 karat. Hey, how's it going in MWC? 18 karat gold. Clip-on nose ring to earring that has the chain instead of with pearls, but with osmium. Crystallized osmium. Yeah, we again, as soon as a little money comes in, the ideas I've got are off the hook. What's going to be coming? Yeah, even William likes that idea.
MWC. Yeah, that was an interesting close, wasn't it, on Friday? With we're up $2 in a day on silver, so it's sort of getting back, not quite back to where it was in 2021, if you do some modest inflation adjustment. So it does feel like gold and silver are sort of forming a new floor, and that's going to be a tailwind for osmium, because that the gold osmium ratio is dropping. So it's making osmium look even more attractive compared to gold.
You're going to get some phone calls to.
William, the question there. Yeah, I've been. So at the Institute, Ingo has samples of. Oh my gosh, he's so many samples, and one sample he had was of a natural chromium crystals. And I was going to try and buy it, and I forgot. So it was spectacular, actually.
Have him send pictures.
Yeah, no, that this is an idea I thought, other crystallized other metals, even though they're tens of thousands or hundreds or millions of times more common than osmium, it would still be an interesting palette to have, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
But so the scientist, Rolf, did an incredible talk, and I've got his permission to share the information. And he did an incredible talk where he went through the whole periodic table and he ruled out element by element, group by group. And to do what the crystalline osmium does, only crystallized osmium can do it as well in a crystalline form. So I will, he said he'd give me his notes and his slides. So
Sweet.
we'll pull something together, but it was just a beautiful presentation. He literally went through the whole periodic table, you know, ruled out the gases, ruled out the radioactive, ruled out the ones that are
See, I'd like a
toxic,
video like that.
ugly or unappealing because they're so common. But the crystalline osmium is the most beautiful, and I'm pretty certain he might have actually crystallized the other ones and felt, no, that doesn't look nice. We won't bother with that one. And so I think by trial and error, he also narrowed down practically by appearance that osmium has the most beautiful crystalline form.
Well, it's the most reflective of anything out there.
Anything. Those, those multitude of facets. Yeah. Oh, and I learned something that I'd forgotten. Ingo reminded me. The reason it's works so well in sunlight is the sunlight, because the distance the sun is from us, it's parallel.
Yeah, he was saying that
so
video.
when parallel light hits it, it comes straight back at you. It doesn't diffuse. So if you if you send diffused light at it, it sends it back out diffused.
Exactly. That's the greatness of the osmium, is the crystallized form. It's the most reflective substance. I wonder if it could actually be used to focus light. I guess that would be a pretty wasteful use when you can use silver probably nearly as effectively. Yeah, no, I checked in. They were looking at using osmium, osmium actually in the on the space.
It was used in one mission. They used it in the refined metallic form. Yeah, they managed to get it and they polished it, but it oxidized. Yep. So
that was the problem with
it. Even in space where there's no oxygen.
Actually, if you have hydrogen, there's oxygen.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. So, it was probably taking the oxygen out of hydrogen.
Right. Yeah. People just misconceive things. Everything's everywhere. It's like when I, and this is an analogy, the Three Sisters technique of growing, the Indians technique, American Indian technique, where you grow three plants that are symbiotic with each other and they help each other because they all pull different minerals and out of the air and they share them. Yeah. Kind of analogy.
They specialize and share. Yeah. You're quite a scientist, aren't you, Neil?
Oh, I dabble.
I'm impressed.
I actually, being in construction, I haven't had the opportunity to expand my horizons as much as I would have liked to in that area, shall we say.
Yeah, crystallized steel. Yeah, I'm sure with the right technology, you can pretty crystallize any metal.
Pretty much. All you got to do is get it to a vaporized
you got to boil it first.
That's you got to get hot enough.
You got to boil it in the absence of oxygen, because if you boil it and the slightest bit of oxygen there, it's going to just burn, isn't it? Basically. Yeah. If you've ever tried steel wool in a flame, it burns rather nicely, doesn't it? And then you add a bit of oxygen, and it's violent.
You got to do it in a vacuum.
Yeah, which doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a vacuum, is there? So.
No, not even outer space is a vacuum, as we were taught as kids.
You can't have. Well, even a black hole has something in it, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed. No, it's got everything.
Yeah,
it's got everything. It's sucked up all the atoms of everything, and it's all swirling around at different forms at different times of space in its being. Yeah, it's got everything in it. Black hole does. Actually, I'm waiting for Betelgeuse, since we're talking about space stuff. I'm waiting for Betelgeuse to go supernova and deposit a lot more platinum all over the galaxy so we can go get it.
Well, we better leave that to Space Miner. I think he's cornered that market.
I'm a big advocate of asteroid mining for platinum.
Yeah, do you think it's actually ever going to be technically possible?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you don't need no humans. It'll be the cheapest form of mining. You have no regulation, no lawsuits over environment. and no human employees.
But then you've got to
All
get
you
it
gotta do is have a
back.
robot.
You've got to get it back through the wild west of space. So what would stop a Chinese satellite coming just grabbing your?
Well,
Did you ever watch?
that's a problem.
Did you ever watch Red Dwarf?
Um,
British
I'm,
sci-fi comedy.
I'm sure I did.
I mean, that was all about space mining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, rules and regulations would come into play, and laws would be,
a big part of the show. It was just a complete wild west out in space.
That's how it would start at first, for sure, because you can't come up with
but
laws.
then you'll end up with like Star Trek, wouldn't you? You got the Federation that supposedly are the good guys, but they just kill everybody they don't like.
Yeah, kind of.
It would just be an extension of imperialistic USA, wouldn't it?
Well, you'd have to have a large economy to be able to do it to start with, and anytime you have anything large, it's going to be corrupt. So yeah,
and the US is going to be the only effective economy standing after.
But actually, I see before the reference you used of the Federation. If you actually,
oh my gosh, the Federation.
Yeah, the Fed, exactly, the Federation. If you research the storyline behind the writer, the original writer of Star Trek before it went to movies, his evolution of society, the Earth broke down into 3 quasi-governments, not like 187, so they could pull their resources together so they could all go to outer space. And they still had conflict, but they eventually got to one federation of the 3 of them, and then they went further into outer space. That was the storyline of the original.
That was the base.
Writer.
Right.
So we wouldn't start off with a one world type government thing.
So who's the Borg then? I guess that's communism.
The Borg probably is Elon Musk.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the implants. Yeah, and he's got that scary look, isn't he? He would do anything. He's no holds barred.
The way he goes through wives, I see him as trying to assimilate a lot of things.
Oh my gosh, do you think he implanted them? And I'm not talking in the normal.
I know he did the first one, which is about 3 kids.
I'm not talking. I wonder if he actually, when they were asleep, he gave them a local anesthetic and stuck an implant so he could stop them leaving. Or
he probably has it in the neuro. Cellular form and fed it to him in the food. You ingest the little microbe cells that he created, and they go to work inside your body. They actually have something like that for cancer cells that they're working on, little small
nano robots, to go around.
Robots, to attack specific cells in your body. So
they're probably in the vaccine already.
That's why I'm glad I never took that thing, because that actually was a concern of mine. Because if you have the wrong people in power and that technology available,
well, what freaked me out was when I heard the carrier was nanoparticles, and who was I talking? I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they reckon Coca-Cola has got nanoparticles in it now, and I thought, oh my gosh, nothing is safe, is it?
Well, I was in. Before I got into construction, I went to a security academy down in Miami, and I learned a lot. And this is back in '89, a long time ago. Back then, I was taught that the reason why when you walk into federal buildings that you don't see a lot of people, a lot of security, like you would expect to see, is because they have this technology. And this is late '80s, early '90s. It was a nano dust that was released to everybody that walked in the building. And with that nano dust, they could track you from a satellite in space because it got in your hair, your eyes, ears, and they just could follow you anywhere because that nano dust was on you. And that was back in the 80s and 90s, and they used that as a security feature.
Oh, and that micro dot security water stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can never get rid of it.
Mild.
You can never get rid of it.
Yep.
That's nanoparticles.
They can trace you for your whole life.
Forever.
Yep.
Oh my.
And that was in the late 80s, early 90s. So who knows what they have now?
Oh my. I was talking to a doctor as well. What was he saying about that? Oh my gosh, what's that synthetic opioid called? The one that the Chinese keep sending in to kill Americans.
I know fentanyl.
Painkiller, fentanyl. Yeah. Apparently, fentanyl. There's craze of it in California. Drug dealers are putting it on people's door handles
Yeah.
because you can absorb it through your
Yep.
skin. It's
You
like,
can get an
I thought-
overdose.
I thought,
You can get an
oh my
overdose.
gosh, what is wrong with this world? Like, can we just stop killing each other and hurting each other? It's like, just, focus that intention on doing something interesting, helpful.
Actually, Space Miner, on that question, I actually did a couple of videos
On the
on what
5G, yeah.
well, what the government, the military, the Department of Defense has been working on, and they actually have it, is a lot of smaller robotic technology to assist squads to make them act more like companies as far as firepower. And what they require is
Oh.
5G technology.
To control.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah,
when they
but
pushed 5G technology a long time ago, I was doing research on why they were pushing it.
So
And that's-
have you heard this, Neil? I heard that no US fire station will allow a 5G mast on any of its buildings
I haven't heard that, but I don't doubt it at all.
because the union is so powerful. They could just say,
Yeah.
no, you're not putting it on our buildings.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally can see that happening. And yes, they are a very, very strong union. They're
Yeah.
actually bankrupt my town already.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I just keep praying for protection from all this stuff because you can't really. You'd end up going crazy when you're living in a little bubble world if you try to avoid all of this. But you can do simple things, I guess, can't you? So
Well, if you come up with a new design of a solar and wind powered catamaran and able to develop and sell it and maybe build one for yourself, you really wouldn't have to worry about anyone because you wouldn't have to replace any parts for at least 50,000 working hours of the engine, which means you could go off for 5 or 6 years before you'd need to change one part,
yeah.
which means you wouldn't even have to see land for 6 years.
Oh, I don't like the idea of that. Yeah. No, my
Well,
dogs wouldn't like that.
little island hopping.
Your cats wouldn't like it either, would they?
Oh God. Well,
No.
yeah.
No.
I'd have to buy an island. I'd leave them on the island, just sail around the island in the atoll or wherever it was. Yeah, it's crazy out there. If you guys want to do the research, you look at the how Hue and Hue Technologies. They came up with this machine called the Ripsaw, and all of a sudden, after they did their little show, it was on Discovery Channel. They had it for 2 or 3 years. They disappeared. This is about 10 years ago. They've been working contracted directly with the Department of Defense because that technology is the technology that our military is going to be using in the future in combat. Is Ripsaw based. They've already, the DoD, if you do any research, has already stated that they're going to use it to replace the M1 Abrams and other not aircraft, other land vehicles, because
Okay.
it only costs about $750,000 to produce the base of the Ripsaw, and it's so much better than any of the technology we have now. So M1 Abrams tank will end up costing $2 million instead of $22 million. And that also goes along with the economy when they go to cutting defense spending to stop the budget from being out of control. They've already got programs started to replace the multi-million-dollar expensive stuff with cheaper stuff where our security will actually be increased and our spending will be decreased. So don't fear, America will be safe.
Yeah, well, do you know? You mentioned Abrams tanks.
Abrams tanks, yeah.
Did you notice 3,500 of them in the US?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them, and they move around on train systems through California,
3,500
Nevada,
of them.
because that's where the tank training divisions for the Army and the Marines are in the central part of California.
Well, the only reason I can think, is they're planning to use them as the bows.
Nah, they're not going to use
It's
them
not
here.
like we're going to get invaded, is it?
Well,
What,
what's 10 million? What's 10 million in illegals
Why
if not an invasion?
they, it's, the police get all the old cast-off military equipment.
And so do
you
the
know,
cartels.
I mean, thankfully, not around where we live in rural Idaho. It's a bit, but in a lot of the cities, the police seem to behave like RoboCops. Anyway, we're sort of drifting off here, aren't we? Let's
Yes,
get back
we
to
are.
the
We're
precious
going in a
metals.
different direction. Let's get back on. I got a picture of jewelry. So let's get back on the crystallized osmium train. And that's what's going to make us all the money to buy a private island somewhere.
Well, give
get
us
away
some
from
options
the
anyway. Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you get 5 or 10 people together, you can buy a $4 or $5 million island. You know, you got about 70 or 80 acres. That's enough for 10 people. 8 acres apiece on a private island.
I'm making my stand where I live in Idaho. That'll be my last stand if it has to be.
I don't think it's going to come to that, to be honest with you. But
I don't. No, I don't.
I'd still love an island all the same.
Probably get out of California first. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you can.
that's step one. Yeah. Well, they're fixing to add
Yeah.
a 50-cent tax to gas, so it's already at like $5.50.
Oh my!
If they put a 50
So they're gonna
cent,
50
It's-
cents more.
yeah, per gallon.
Oh my!
Yeah,
And your
that'll
your electricity is expensive as well, isn't it?
yeah, everything is, dude. Trash bill, everything, water. It's all yeah.
Gerald asked what's in the inventory. Yeah, we've got 3mm diamonds, 4mm. We have 3mm, 4mm squares. We have bigger squares. So yeah, we got a reasonable amount of inventory. I did bring some back from Germany as well.
Woo! I just got a notification that I'm on a live stream. It only took them about an hour to get the notification out on YouTube. Ain't that nice?
Well, that means they're watching you, though.
Yeah, they should never send me those surveys to answer and say give your advice. I'm an honest guy. I give my peace of mind. They probably didn't like hearing it.
No, I think we're pretty safe.
Yeah, I haven't said anything too awful. I haven't had a strike in several months.
Yeah.
So that's
And
cool.
I think we're on the right side. If we're criticizing Elon, I think we're on the right side.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
on the right side, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, my next move is to make a single earring for myself to replace the earring I've had in my ear for 41 years. No, 40 years. Yeah, I haven't taken it out since I was 16. And the only time I'll take it out is to replace it with my own creation.
Oh, yeah, just Gerald's looking for watch hand pieces. Yes, there's sort of parameters on cutting pieces. They don't like to go below 1.5mm in width, but they will taper a piece down to a point. So yeah, they can definitely make watch hands. Yeah.
Okay. Did you mention that to him about making the second hand and the minute hand and the hour hand?
No, I mean I mean, theoretically, you could go down to probably 0.5mm if you bonded it to stainless steel or something.
Yeah.
And they do offer that service. If they cut a custom piece, they'll cut a stainless steel template. They just cut the two pieces together. So theoretically, that could work. And probably, I don't know if they've even thought of this, if you bonded the osmium to a substrate before you cut it, that could make very robust, more ornate, finer pieces.
Yeah, that's what I was actually, as you were talking, I was like, well, why don't they just bond
if
them?
you bond it first, they probably haven't even thought of it. You know, it's been so busy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they need to hire more people to be part of their think tank or something, because I think that would be a better deal as far as bang for your buck on a watch, instead of having the full face where you have to move to get the reflectiveness because of the change in the direction of the crystals as you move. The second hand, the minute hand, the hour hand move on their own, so you could just sit there and not move at all and still get multiple more bling off of it because your second.
Oh yeah, I mean the second hand's going around once a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, and then your minute hand moves, and so you're getting more bling with less.
Yeah.
Osmium.
With less osmium
cost. So you're bringing it more to the more people basically.
Put that against a matte black.
You took those thoughts out. Yeah, exactly.
You can see it, can't you? You can see what I'm seeing.
Yes, dude, it would be so beautiful.
I think I need to make one.
You do, because I would buy one of
Yeah.
those, man. You got it
Yeah.
in my head now with that
The
beautiful glossy
sort of problem
black.
is, do you put it on a $1 Chinese cheap watch, or do you
No,
put it on a handmade Swiss piece? That's the
handmade Swiss piece.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't go low dollar on that kind of stuff. I mean,
no.
the nose ring is the lowest dollar I'm going for, and I'm
Yeah.
moving up from there.
I'll talk to Un, the new Swiss watch company.
No, that's a high end thing. That's for someone sitting around a negotiating table and he wants to be noticed. He'll put his left hand over his right hand and show his watch, and everyone will be looking at him.
Yeah.
No, that's a high end thing.
Space Miners asked there. It's they have most customs have little idea what silver is, let alone osmium. So no issue carrying personal osmium around.
See, Gerald's on the same mindset as me of getting those made. That would be a beautiful watch. Thousands of dollars. That would be like the next Rolex. You could make a company, the Osmium watch company.
But it would be obviously. I mean, this one.
You'd compete with Rolex.
Yeah, this one I haven't even found out how much osmium is in it, but it's probably $8,000 of osmium. So your hands would be a fraction of that, and they're quite chunky actually. It's the second hand would be the problem.
There we go. I like that.
That looks
idea.
like about 1/3 of a millimeter, 1/4 of a millimeter wide. So that would be tricky. But you might have to do something a bit more creative with the second hand.
You could talk to the Rolex company and see if they wouldn't.
Yeah, they're too common though, aren't they? I don't want to upset anybody who loves Rolex, but they're freaking everywhere.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
I don't know how many hundreds of thousands or millions they've made, but
it's
a lot.
No, they've gone generic.
You know,
and I think they actually offer a low dollar watch, and that's when they kind of lost it because they were a high-end dealer.
In my mind, it's more the illusion of scarcity.
Yeah, it's like diamonds.
I think it's a similar. They followed that pattern. Yeah. I mean,
there are other watchmakers out there.
Osmium watches, there's probably only ever going to be a few thousand, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying. Have Mr. Wolf come up with a watch company in coordination with his wife's jewelry company and offer an exclusive.
Yeah, but they work with 5 Swiss watchmakers now, so I don't. Yeah, I think they have enough to do.
Well, shit. Let's you and I do it then. Let's make some money.
So Space Miner, I presume that's a high-end watch.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a high-end watch.
Okay.
There's several newer ones that are depending on what genre you like. There's some people out there that like watches that because they're they're into diving and they like going deep. So there's this I don't know the name of it. There's this one watch brand that's very good for divers as far as for depth and being able to handle pressures and not leak and all this other stuff.
Oh, Gerald's got a good idea. The New York Diamond District for an upgrade. Ooh. Yeah, that could be taking an existing classic watch and improving it with osmium.
Yeah,
that could be an interesting. Yeah, I mean, possibly some of the more interesting older watches that haven't really got a following, but are technically excellently built.
Yeah,
I like. Oh my gosh, Gerald, thank you. That would be the ultimate upscaling, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Especially if you get an older, like you said, an older watch.
A beautiful handmade Swiss, but not a followed or desired brand for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, back in England, I got the first Tissot electronic watch, and the second hand on that doesn't judder; it just sweeps in a continuous, smooth motion.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
I'm gonna have to try and find that.
Every minute, your osmium hand would be circling the sun, showing glitter. constantly. That would be, women would be pissed at you. You'd be out blinging them.
Keep going, Draper. Can anybody buy? Do you drink beer? Can anybody buy Gerald a beer and just keep him mellow and happy and keep giving us all these ideas? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually I was looking at doing belly rings, but I want to upscale it. I want to get some money in this, and like Ian said,
oh, I've just thought of another idea. If anybody wants to run with this, how about this would be one of the classiest fingernails. You know, the ladies love to get those stick-on fingernails. How about the ultimate set with osmium pieces in set?
Yeah, do 2 millimeter squares. That way you get
squares, diamonds, anything, hearts. Yeah, that would be the most exclusive fingernail job, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. A lot of good ideas.
Plus, you could use it to file your other fingernails, can you? It would make the ultimate nail file as well. It would never wear out, would it? So,
true that.
Yeah.
Have you seen Space Miner's ring, by the way?
I did. Can you put it up, Space Miner? Can we get it on?
Yeah. Hold on a second here.
I did see it briefly.
He's a moderator. He should be able to throw it.
I've been so freaking busy. I got back late Monday from Germany. It was a real long travel day, about 18, 19 hours. And then I was useless Tuesday, and I worked Wednesday, and I worked all Wednesday night through Thursday morning. And then I think
I was the first order from your trip back.
Yes, you were. Yeah, you sent me a text.
I was watching the clock.
On the plane. Yeah.
He should be in now. He's taking a nap. All right. That's enough time. Call him, Neil. Put in your order.
Yeah, if Space Miner can get his ring up, that would be awesome. Oh, he's working on a necklace pendant. Cool. It's cool, isn't it? We're creating goldsmiths and jewelers and
here we go.
Is it coming?
Hold on, let me see here. Hold on a second here. Go back over here. Nope, wrong one. Present, share screen.
Salt Lake City Airport is smoke free. Individuals using the smoke must exit the airport and go to a designated smoking area curbside. Thank you.
And
whoa. Did you make that, Space Miner? He's pretty handy, isn't he?
He's no good at finding Spanish treasure, but he's pretty good at making jewelry.
So Gerald wants to trade 100 ounce RCM for OS product. Yeah. Give me a call tomorrow or Tuesday, Gerald, and I'm sure we can do something.
Gerald, if you get them made before JM and I do, and if not, you'll be number 2. If you do, I'll be number 2. This is the great thing about it, guys. Even the nose ring thing, we had to have, because it's a square and we had to have a redesign the clasping system to hold a square. Anyone can have it done. We have a certain design. I'm not taking all the nose rings. Go out and get yourself some 2 millimeter squares, 2.5 millimeter squares.
Yeah.
Have a jeweler make you some up. Price it accordingly, and there's a market just because one person's doing it, I take no offense.
The market's going to be 1,000 times the available supply.
Exactly.
So there's a piece
Anyone-
for everybody.
Exactly.
And
Don't let
then,
just 'cause
then
one
run,
person-
run with your own ideas and
Exactly.
make something. Yeah.
I'm 100% down that. We were here collaborating, talking about things.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
I took off with the nose rings. Y'all run with your ideas. Make some
Yep.
money.
Yeah.
Make some money, people. This is actually the best way you can take a precious metal and
Yeah.
increase its value more than the 2 to 3% we can expect monthly
Sure.
from the market.
Yeah.
I mean,
reinvest that and increase your
exactly.
grams, increase your ounces. Yeah.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, you're going to have more of your personal stock of
At
the
the end of the day, it'll be exponential growth.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And we're
Slow-
talking 2-year
slow-
plan.
Slow to start with, but it'll just keep
this is-
gaining. Yeah.
The opportunities are outstanding. I suggest everybody get into it. And just because I've heard different people say different things, I had no problem finding a jeweler. I've had people say, "Oh, none of our jewelers will touch it. They don't know nothing about it. Whatever." So
Yeah.
don't get discouraged if the first
We've
person says no.
got support information and technical information for jewelers, so that's all.
There you
available.
go. Now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah,
You have it on your website.
I'll have to get it on there. That would be a good idea. But yeah,
Yeah, because I would like that
this-
on for my website too. If you don't
this has
mind.
been used for 10 years in jewelry, so it's not a problem. It's not.
Yeah,
hard to
we
use.
need to give
Yeah.
access to people who have
Yeah.
jewelers for people with their ideas to
Yeah.
have them created, because that will definitely help. It'll help
So
everyone.
I also got to meet Gavin. His company's called the Diamond Setter. He's in Tunbridge Wells, just south of London. So he just loves the osmium. He's an incredibly skilled guy. He used to work for Rolex in the restoration department, where they would strip watches down and he would repair and refinish and repolish the watch bodies and all of the fine technical stuff like that. So he just loves the product. He's creating some great designs. So
Dude, some people.
we can use that momentum that
Yep.
some of these more high-end people are doing, and
That's where I want to eventually get. That's why I come up with it. Like I've sent you a couple of my designs, and then I've told a couple people, and I've told everyone here about my gem inset design. I have a lot more left in me. As soon as I get a little capital up, I actually am looking at getting a jeweler's bench and doing a lot of this stuff myself. And
same here. I was talking to Gavin, the goldsmith.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to give me a list of where to start, which videos to look at.
Yep. I've already been looking.
You've been there already. Okay.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to a couple of jewelry guys.
Yeah.
All you see is their hands. They'll pull out a jewel. They'll have some chips of gold or some chips of silver. They melt it down, they stick it in the machine to flatten it, and then they do the whole making of it, and they show the whole process. I'm like, ooh, I like this.
It's going to be fun. It's actually going to be real fun, isn't it?
Because
there is this illusion that's not for us ordinary guys to do,
especially construction guys too.
Yeah, but
I'm giddy about it.
But we understand materials, and and a lot of us have got that hand-eye coordination that your average public doesn't have. They can't do anything intricate with their hands because they never did anything with their hands. They just grew up using their thumb to press a iPad.
Gerald, it's not a competition of who's ahead or behind. It's if everyone here in this chat makes a couple pieces and makes a couple $1 million, I think that's a beautiful thing.
That would be a beautiful outcome.
That's what I want to see.
Amen to that, Neil.
That's what I want to see.
That would be a beautiful outcome. Yeah.
I want everyone. Let me put it this way: I want everyone to be ahead of me because I know I'm going to be a millionaire off this stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're all ahead of me, kudos. Keep rolling because I know I've got my thing rolling with this, and I hope everybody else does because the opportunity is there. It's there.
Yeah, it's a very simple side hustle, very low entry cost, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my God! I've got. What do I have? Okay. Let's see. The first order, and now I'm into, okay, I'll have 11 nose rings for about $900 for a couple in palladium, couple in platinum, a couple in white gold, and a couple in yellow gold. And that's coming up with the cast. The guy had come up with the new design for the clasping system
Awesome.
because it's all new. So he had to, he's got his little jewelry thing. And I know what setup he has. My local coin shop's trying to sell me one, but I don't have the time right now to get into that part of it yet. But he just had to make his own little thing, put it in a cast where he can replicate it easily. Now he's got a permanent cast of it. It's no big deal to just smelt the metal, throw it in there, it's done, cool it.
What about dot printing?
About what?
Dot printing, whatever they call it. Where you print. I wonder if you could print with precious metals.
Oh, you talking 3D printers?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. All the technology is there to melt the plastic. So all you'd have to do is come up with a piece.
I'm sure it's been done already, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course they do. Yeah, I saw an article. They're sending equipment out to the Ukraine so they can 3D print spare parts of some of the old equipment.
Yeah, a CNC.
They're printing steel. They're 3D printing steel.
All you'd have to do is you could take an ounce of gold and stretch it for like 3 miles in a small cable. If my understanding is correct from the knowledge I've picked up from the jewelry making, because there's this one machine I'm looking at, and you can take 1 ounce, melt it down, you put it through this rolling machine, it thins it out, then you put it in a part of the rolling machine in a cable style, and it gets it smaller and smaller and smaller. And I believe they said you can get 1 ounce of gold stretched in this small enough of a wire that it'll go for almost 3 miles.
Oh yeah.
So if you have it that small, you could roll it up in a disc, feed it through the wire the same way they do 3D printing.
It's the most ductile metal, isn't it? Gold, I think.
You would just need the plasma tip at the end of it, creating enough heat to
melt it in. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now they're just melting the plastic as it feeds through. So the process is there.
That would be freaking awesome if there is something.
Because you could make jewelry design.
You can make your prototypes. You could even use it to make small production runs. Yeah. Right, I've got to fly. I've got to get my connecting flight now, Neil.
I appreciate you taking your time and talking to the crowd about this.
Here's the wonderful Salt Lake
City.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there's the mountains in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, so that now you're pointing towards my direction.
Oh, keep going.
Thank you very much, my friend.
I will see you soon. You take care.
What's up, Chef Stacker? You take care. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right on. What's up, Chef? Oh, goodbye for the silver rounds and the Eagles. Oh, especially the Eagles at 38. You got real good there. Well, I'm glad Ian stopped by. I'm supposed to have random people stopping by here or there. I don't mention them because it's not a guarantee they're going to show up. It's random. As you saw, he was at an airport. I had spoke with him while he was at the memorial in Washington, and I asked him to do this favor for me, or to be one of the first ones to get the information out about what's going on at Osmium Institute and stuff like that. And yeah, hey, Gerald, if you want to collab, I've got there's this. Consider this, people. When you're coming up with your jewelry designs, the clasping systems that you're going to have to use are going to be different and unique for each one. What's up, nickel stacking? So if you can get it to where, like we were just talking about, a CNC machine cutting specific pieces for you, if you can get a design where you're making a new clasping system, you can like copyright that clasping system along with your piece of jewelry to maximize profit margin from the piece that you create. Right on, Space Miner. I'm still waiting for you to give me a call so I can tell you how you can be a little bit have a lot better odds of finding something out there. There's actually some technology, rather inexpensive, you could use to help you out. Be fun too, and you wouldn't take a chance of falling off of the side of a cliff. There you go, Gerald. I mean, dude, opportunities are endless for every single one of us to create our own. What's up, Chess? To create our own creations with this product, put them out there, maximize your profit margins for the metals, the precious metals. Right now, we're looking at, it's taking gold a while to get $400 or $500 profit off of. Actually, it's not even what, 20%, 40%, 20%, 10% increase, small percent increase, take a couple years to get there. This product here, you can take it and 100 to 500% it in a month. It's like, if you don't like cryptocurrency and buying Bitcoin and playing that bullshit, hey, play the jewelry line, get the osmium, put it in some jewelry, 2, 3, 400%, depending on the style, type jewelry, how you're going to market it. And as soon as it sells, you've just done a lot better with that product as far as a PM, percentages going up, ratios, all this other stuff. With the cash, fiat, no doubt, fiat cash. But then you go buy silver with it, and then you go buy osmium with it, and you do it again and again until you're a millionaire. And Chef Stacker is in a great position. He's got a lot of the equipment to make jewelry already. Not all of it, but you already got a good portion of the equipment needed to make jewelry. And you got the thoughtful mind process, so I know you're intelligent enough and creative enough to draw something up and have someone, doodle it up for you. They've got a website they're working on. That's another reason, if you want to rewatch, I brought up with Ian about creating a website, or having the Crystallized Osmium Jewelry Department create a website for us to put up stuff, all of our osmium jewelry for sale. So we're working. Hey, what's up, Count Derpida? So we're working on getting that done so we can have a high-end retail outlet for any jewelry we invent or create. So we're working. It's a new product line. Hasn't been out in America for more than a year and a half. Everything's new. I haven't been with it for a while, but I'm pushing this thing forward fast, giving them ideas. Space Miners giving good ideas. Everyone else, Gerald, everyone talks to him, Tully, all giving them great ideas to move this thing forward. But we all need to take our own piece of the action as it moves forward. So I encourage everyone to use your mind and create a piece of jewelry, even if it is on paper and you have to pay someone to make it for you. You will profit margin big time. Ian was talking about in the video earlier when he was live about the secondary market kicking in 2 years because no new production will be made. Well, any piece you have in jewelry form exponentially is worth even more. I don't think gold and silver are going to get there for a decade or two. So again, another reason, if you need it, to invest in yourself by buying this product. Nice. See, Chef, you're getting it going. Yeah, I knew. Didn't I tell you? I knew. You're a shooting star, brother. You are a shooting star. People around you ought to be grabbing your coattails and picking up the crumbs that you're leaving behind on your trail of success, my brother. Make a Western Chef Stacker and the trail to success. Do a little Clint Eastwood intro. It could be anyhow you want. in a PC Create is the creativity of the person's mindset. If that person's mindset is in sacred geometry style, that there's a market. If they're into astrology type design, there's a market. If they're into a Nordic industrial, there's a market. The high-end jewelry market is there's it's the creativity of the individual at the end run of the creation. That's the awesomeness, because they're one-offs. It's awesome opportunity for everyone to get some. And even if you just get some and hold on and don't do anything, once it quits being produced and there's only a secondary market, the price is going to triple. So in 2 years, basically what they told you is all the crystallized osmium you have, the price will double or triple in 2 years. Cool. Yeah. If silver does that, that'll put silver at $62 in 2 years. Anyone think that possible? No? Okay, cool. Thanks, JM. You missed the good part of the show, man. We had the dancing girls. I bought a round of drinks for everybody. We were having a good time. Those AI generated women are a lot better than the ones you have to pay for. Nickel is definitely the deal of the century. Had they not already squashed that like they did with silver back in the 79 with the Hunt brothers and stopped the market because it was going up too fast, showing manipulation by the people who are supposed to be the regulators. And all they did to that nickel run that they stopped was show that they can still stop a run, and they successfully stopped the run. It was actually very disheartening seeing that nickel stacking. Although I agree with you as far as its potential, but they've already showed they're not going to allow it to achieve its potential. It's just they did that with silver too. I understand. Maybe all manipulation's coming to an end, but needless to say, nickel is still a very, very good deal. I cannot deny that at all. 32, right on. Well, why don't you come up here and talk to us about it? I was hoping a couple other people would drop by. I was hoping I might get Travis again, but he's probably busy. I like having drop-in guests. Maybe one day Yara will drop in. It's only 9 o'clock, 9:20 her time. That's why I'm starting at 5 o'clock, so that the East Coast time, it's only 8 o'clock, so I can get more of the East Coast popular YouTubers to come on. Because if I start at 6 o'clock Pacific time, it's 9 o'clock Eastern time, and all the popular YouTube people are sleeping, recovering from a hard weekend.
Hey, Neil, I was going to come up here and tell you all about silver, but I was too scared.
You were scarred?
I was afraid.
Scarred and confused. I had a patch on my eye, and they spun me around sideways. Scarred and confused. Hold on a second here. I am fixing it. Take care of everyone's scarredness.
You know what? I actually saw Ian in at Salvate Metals live stream tonight. First time I've ever noticed him in there.
Well, he figured he'd stop by because he was here too.
Right on.
I had him for about 35, 40 minutes in between flights. He's in Salt Lake City, Utah, going home to Wyoming. Probably boarding the plane right now. What's up, Zardos?
Great to see everyone.
And that, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see what I can do here. Nope, that's the best I can get. It's bid 3180 and the ask is 31. Oh, it just jumped up 3182, 3192. So yeah, it is doing good. It's silver's low was 3124 and its high was 3215. I believe that was today's high and low.
Yeah, just maybe 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So
But
it is. It's rolling.
it looks like it's got the momentum going.
Well, that's why I didn't mind paying $38 for that coin I bought on Long Live Coins show last night. He offered some great deals, and I happened to jump on one, and it's probably gained a lot more in value than $2. numismatic value on the coin that I bought.
I stopped by his live stream there last night as well, but I didn't put it. I don't think I put anything in the chat because I was just kind of making my rounds between live streams, and I stopped in, hit the thumbs up, see what was going on, and then I keep moving. But I like what he's doing there, and the other reason too is because I'm in Canada. The shipping is ridiculous here, so I don't really bid on the auctions in the American live streams.
What's up, Seth? Yeah, I was going to say this while Ian was on. It's always my understanding. It's always been said when market fluctuations go beyond the norm of up and down as far as percentages, and they do them more frequently than normal, the end is near.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I'm just going off other people who supposedly are financial advisors who've said exactly that. They said once you have wild swings to the up and down and they're more frequent, there's a crash coming. Do I know this for a fact? No, I'm not a financial advisor. I lived through obviously the crashes that were around while I was alive, but I didn't pay attention to them to be able to tell you for certainty. But these other people, Lynette Zangs, all these other people, they always say, once you start getting and look for the $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 move up and down daily in silver, because that's when it's going to start going wild. So a dollar or two move up and down in the past week to hold on, people, strap in.
Back in 2016, when I started really looking at the precious metals, I was actually focused mainly on gold. And I spoke with a financial advisor, and it was a licensed financial advisor that told me, JM, if you like gold, you should love silver. And this guy actually tried to get me to buy into one of the Sprott funds. Eric Sprott.
What did he say? If you loved gold, you would what?
If you like gold, you will love silver.
Oh.
And that's what got me on the silver train. And so I skipped out on stacking gold and went right into silver right away.
I had a meme made. It's on like 3 computers ago because it was like 5 years ago. It was I had it. It was for the crypto community. If you love gold, if you like gold, you'll no. What was it? That dude? I used the dude who did those commercials, squeegee commercials or something like that. The midnight sales thing. He had a brown beard.
Yeah.
I used that guy.
Magic Sham?
And I dubbed over. Well, if you love gold, if you like gold, you'll love silver. And a bar of silver appeared in his hand. And that was I created that meme way back then.
Right. Was that the Sham Wow guy?
Sham Wow, that's it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that guy. He was good to use for that because that was just a great saying.
Can you hear what appears to be fireworks going off in the background here?
I cannot. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a long weekend here in Canada, so a lot of the kids in the neighborhood are shooting off fireworks.
You know what they should be doing? They should be rounding up tyrannical politicians. I'm sorry, I didn't say that aloud. My bad. Hey, I was just thinking of a Marvel storyline. Started off with tyrannical leaders. My bad. It was first story, a fantasy story, Marvel related. Disclaimer: I don't want to strike. Idea. I don't want to strike.
I'm surprised Nickel didn't join the panel here.
He's scarred.
Come on, Nickel.
Nickel's scarred.
From
hey,
what?
Constitutional was in here earlier, Nickel. He wasn't scarred. He just had to go to bed because he was tired. tarred. He was tarred and feathered.
So I was really strongly debating because, like, I know that you've got your live stream here every Sunday night, but just when I saw silver price popping through 32, as you know, I've done a couple live streams recently. The one
Oh
at
yeah, pop up
31 and at 30. I was like, oh man, I should do this because it's kind of exciting and just follow that chart.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing I do recall was I was on one of your shows. Silver was a couple days after the first time in a while it hit 28, like 16, and then it fell back down.
Yeah.
And you were bringing up the charts, and I said, well, you know, mid 28s when the shit's going to start once it breaks the mid 28s. And ever since it broke the mid 28s, this is what we got.
I remember you saying, wake me up when it surpasses those most recent highs, which were, what were they? Where is it here? Well, that was, yeah, you're right. That was the 28 level.
Yeah.
So let me know when it breaks 28.
Yep. See, smart people who are uneducated and have no financial accreditations actually know shit too.
Actually, it's amazing because I grew up in a community that was pretty rich with Amish and, you know, the old order Mennonites. And I got to visit a few of their farms, and it's amazing how much more technologically they are advanced than most people realize. Good to see you, Tom.
A lot of people haven't kept up with the Amish. How's it going, Tom?
That's right. A lot of people that don't seem very sophisticated can be extremely intelligent and knowledgeable.
Well, for one,
They don't watch CNN. That could be why.
wisdom is a category of knowledge on its own. And they pass down wisdom. And that's one thing that we lack because we don't hang out with our parents and our grandparents, much less listen to them. So we lost wisdom where they have it. And right now in this society, wisdom's pretty much better than intelligence. Because you can be intelligent and hop on a train and not be wise enough to know that the brakes aren't on that train. So how intelligent are you really when the train goes to stop and it can't? So there's a balance. But we don't have that balance of wisdom and intelligence. Actually, we don't have either out there in society. We have very little of either. That's why you should buy silver, crystallized osmium, and platinum. Screw intelligence. Just make money. That way, when you lose it, you can say, shit, at least I'm not intelligent. That's why I lost it. But I made it. Let's do it again.
Was Jake here yet?
No.
Okay.
He probably ate too much pizza, sat down on the couch, and fell asleep. Yeah, he's supposed to, and I don't know when he's supposed to do it. I don't know if you saw the live stream I did with him when he actually did a barter scenario. And we saw the transactions and how much he spent of constitutional times for the product that he bought. And as a disclaimer, he gave all that shit away because he didn't need any of it. He just wanted to do the transaction to show you guys, whoever watched that video, how you know, how to do it, how to talk, you know, what you know, numbers would do you want to go with Amex? Do you want to go with whatever, you know, as far as face value and value at that time?
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you watch that video, all of that stuff's explained. And it was a good one. But he was supposed to drop back and do a numbers breakdown because I actually know for a fact he bought that constitutional at about 16 face. And he bartered it off at 24 face. So he made 33% before he even started the barter. So he did real good. He did real good.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, no shit. I was doing the math in my head. I was like, damn, Jake. And that's just what I know. And I know he had, and it was even probably better than that, because that was the Constitution he's been buying. He was buying, last that I knew, at 16 face. It was going in the stack for his kids, and the stack that he used, he had for even years before that. So he probably got it more like at 12 or 10 face. But I don't know that for a fact. But I do know that for a fact he got at 16 face. So that's the number I used, and using that number, and then him selling it at 24 face within 2-month time period, the increase in value of barter for what he got and when he got it was off the hook, outstandingly kick ass.
Hey, Space Miner, good to see you. And everyone else I missed in here, too. I know you got lots of good people in your chat here, Neil.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. Either way, it was 8 dimes for $32 of the fresh food, not chemical added food. It was straight up fresh food from the ground to your plate for 8 dimes. It was amazing. I was like, wow. Yeah, the pie was a fresh pie too. It's like, damn, I'm gonna have to start picking up some constitutional silver. I'll never spend it like that, because I'll use my skills and I'll be making whatever fiat currency they have, and I'll be spending that.
That's 40 times face value.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, he got a great deal,
I'd say. But convenience.
I was blown away. I think it was 8 dimes in quarters. He told me afterwards. He made the rest up in quarters. He only had 8 constitutional dimes, and he had a whole lot of 64 and before quarters. You'd have to go back and watch, and that's another reason why I wish he was here, because I believe he did have quarters added to that to make up the difference.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's not like you ripped the guy off then.
No, he did not rip the guy off. He only had 8 constitutional dimes, and as Gerald points out, they're $1.75 each, and the rest was made up with these 1964 and before quarters.
Very cool.
So the guy did get $32 worth. Yeah, that part I don't think came through, Gerald, on the original video. That's why I wish Jake would have showed up to confirm that I'm not lying. I'm sorry, I had to run to the refrigerator and get some Canada Dry, even. Not the white stuff, but Canada Dry.
Ginger ale or just club soda?
Ginger ale. I don't do club soda. They have these cute little 8-ounce things, because I don't really do full sodas. I always just maybe half if I'm lucky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, every now and then, once, twice a week, I like having one. That was a cool picture of the Colombian emerald with the crystallized osmium H on it.
Yeah, it was. I just switched my background there because I'm actually a big fan of club soda and carbonated water. So,
oh, right on. Yeah, my neighbors are into that too. And every time they say, "You want something to drink?" I know it's going to be it's going to be like carbonated water. I'm like, nah, it's all right.
Yeah,
I can't. I certain things I don't have a taste for.
Like this stuff, there's no sugar in it. There's just a tiny little bit of lime flavoring in it. It's like 99.9% sparkling
If you
water.
want to, chef, you certainly can.
Yes, my face is probably worth 20 times face value. I'll put it back on that emerald. I really like that. That looks really sharp.
Let me see if I can't get a little picture of some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, anyone else that wants to come up, definitely do it. The link's pinned at the top of the chat there.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to mute up soon so I can twist one. But,
Why? You don't want to make everyone jealous?
yeah.
I just packed a fresh bowl. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. Let's see here. Okay, no, these got to be backed up. There we go.
Nice. I love that amethyst too. Software.
These are Alexandrite. They're just too small to use. You can tell by my finger size. They're like way too small to inset. But I could make like this and put like JM showed an H or something on it, and then use these around it or something like that. Use as a highlight or something. But right now I'm buying a lot of gems, as you can tell, along with osmium, crystallized osmium and platinum.
Yep.
But that's the purpose right there.
Seth is asking, what video software does YouTube use? I don't really know how to answer that, but like I can tell you, Neil is streaming on StreamYard, which is a platform that you can use via YouTube, and there's others as well. But this is StreamYard right here. Yeah, amethyst is beautiful. I just actually bought some amethyst.
You know, that's why I was very interested when you said you were going to a gem place. I was like, interesting. And eventually, JM, quite frankly, as the gem prices go up, so does the price of the freaking piece of artwork or jewelry. So, like, if I were to buy a $3,000 amethyst and inset it with like a 6mm square of osmium, I would probably have a $10,000 piece of whatever jewelry it was, necklace or whatever.
There's a little
logo. Sure. Amethyst. I got amethyst, Tom. And there you go, Space Miner. I got the. I haven't showed you guys that. Let me get that. See if I can't find it. Ah, here it is. Let me open it here. Let's see if anyone can recognize what that is in the river.
Oh, you got to turn your background off.
No, it's in the river, man. You got to dig for it.
Okay.
I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Fresh salmon?
No. Hold on. Let me get a light. Flash it on that stuff. Oh, too bright? Is that too bright? That's Ethiopian emerald. Man, this thing's shining green like a mofo. Let me turn this light off here. Yeah, you see that? You want opal?
Really nice.
You see it? Bing, bing, bing. Got some red. A little bit of red in it. Green, a little bit of purple. That's here's another nice one here. That one's like trans. Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you got Seth backstage too.
Hold on just a second, Seth. See that? That's translucent. Part of it's translucent.
Yeah.
That's Ethiopian white opal.
Hey, Seth.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Just
Whole
chilling.
bunch of nothing, a little bit of everything.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
What was that? Can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Fireplace. Hey, that's a nice dog you got. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
know I can hear you from my TV.
Oh, okay. So what's up with you? What business are you going to get into? What kind of jewelry are you going to make? Or are you going to make a set of like eyeglasses that Elton John would want to buy for $100,000?
There you go.
That actually would be kind of cool. They actually have
I don't know.
They have earphones at the Osmium Institute, Lady Made. They're selling for like 150,000. Osmium earphones.
Most expensive. Is it earbuds or earphone? I think it's the most expensive in the world, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's earphones or earbuds. You got me on that one. Sorry, I had to put the flashlight away. That.
How's my
and,
camera look?
I can't see your camera. I can only see the visions your camera's showing us.
You can't?
We see you, but we don't see your camera.
I'm being a smart ass.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see your camera, but I can see you. In other words, I am viewing through the camera.
How's the video quality?
There you go.
It's
Proper
good.
question. It's beautiful. This is for JM. Really don't
Hey,
feel
who's the Morgan Silver Dollar specialist here?
I have no clue.
No,
I'm sure there's a lot of specialists
I'll
around.
tell you, Neil. That's the paper I'm about to deploy.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice of armor for your weapon. So what kind of thing are you into, Seth, as far as work? Yeah, you got to watch the light and reflection. There you go. Up a little higher. There.
Oh,
Angle it up a little bit.
There you go.
go. Angle up. There you go. Up. Don't angle. There you go. Is that
I think I
2024?
need to zoom in my can I do like a full screen?
Well, Neil can put you on full screen.
Here we go.
Hold on a second.
Here we go.
Fill the layout.
Here we go.
There you go. Nice. That looks like it's a proof-like finish too.
PCCS 1978.
San Francisco, 1878.
1878. Okay, not 1978. Nice.
Yeah, that looks like that's in great shape.
How's that? Is that gorgeous? Is that gorgeous?
Yes, it is.
I think
How
so.
is this a 63? It looks like a 64 to me.
I have no clue. I wear glasses.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on Morgan.
Yeah. What's up, Chad? Old Buffalo nickel.
I like Buffalo nickels. So I don't know what it is as far as grading. I bought stuff online, dude. Oops. Like a set. I have 9 of these.
Nickel.
Yeah.
Custard was around when that was being used.
But yeah, I mean, I think about 15, just like,
Yeah, I buy a lot of constitutional silver in those cardboard.
I love these coins.
Good to see you, Chad.
Look,
Nice.
it was a good deal. They were like basically not graded coins, so whatever that would be for Morgan's, you know.
Right on.
Yeah, probably better
How's
shape
this one, guys?
than junk silver. See, they've put a VG on there saying that the condition is very good.
1882.
Do you agree?
That's awesome.
There's a lot of slick right there, you know. It's but the back is great. The reverse.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yep. And those
Uh,
coins
eight-
are going to hold up a
um,
lot better than the paper ones.
1882, 100 years before I was born, dude.
Right on.
110 years before me. No, 90 years before me. My mistake.
Yeah, you went the wrong way with those 10 years, JM, but you tried to make yourself
You guys see
younger.
my dog?
It's okay.
Cute dog. Yep.
My dogs are
His name
outside
is Max,
puppies.
2 X's. He's a little Maltese, 7 pounds.
Adorable.
Right on. So what state do you live in?
Me?
Yeah.
I live in Iowa.
Iowa?
Dude, I've said that in chat like 1,000 times, man.
I don't pay attention
Buckeye.
to crap. I don't even know where Nichols from. I think he's from Iowa
Southern-
too.
No, he's Southern Indiana.
See, I insulted him by saying Iowa.
Indiana.
Gotcha. So you never know with Neil. Eh? Neil loves sarcasm too.
Hey, can I bring some coins out?
If you want to.
May as well.
Yeah.
Get an opinion?
Have a good night, Count.
Thank you for showing up, brother. Ah, there you go, JM. How you like that?
I missed it. What was it?
At the bottom of the screen. I got the banner running.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, perfect. That's your tagline. That's a good idea. So you really like the slabbed coins then, Seth?
So I'm not selling this. I just wanted to show this off. It's nothing special, but I love it, dude, because I love Ben Franklin. How
Is
gorgeous
that
this
is that like silver plated or?
It's like a mirror.
Yeah, it's shiny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's silver.
Dude, this is 4 ounces, 0.999 proof.
Nice.
Yep, it is silver.
Dude, it's 0.999 proof silver. Look at that.
Nice.
I'll trade you this for that.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
It is.
I mean, it's $140. So, like I would say $40 an ounce. That's what I would sell it for. I got everything with it.
So is your plan then just to pass it on to the next generation?
Neil, can I get your opinion on this one? Some of these things, I was thinking about taking this one down to the local coin store.
I
one right
am
here.
no expert on any of the particular metal types as far as numismatic or collectible style.
Hey, JM, are you talking to Neil? I'm sorry, bud.
Nope, you're good. You're good, Seth. I think that you're experiencing a little bit of a lag on your end, but don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Well, let me turn off my TV and go directly through my my computer. I'm sorry. Let me come back.
Yeah, when you're on the panel, you're best off watching and listening directly through StreamYard, and just pause the stream on the TV or on the other YouTube. Hey there, Anti Jack. Good to see you.
What's up, Anti?
Should be better now, Seth.
What's up?
Testing. Does it sound better now?
For you, on my end, to you, you sound better. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, you're best off watching and listening directly through StreamYard, which is what you're doing now.
So I'm good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. sounds good.
I wanted to take this to the coin store to get just regular silver.
See, all I can really tell is it says certificate of authenticity.
U.S. Olympic coins.
The Olympic coins of the Atlanta Centennial Olympic Games. There you go. 8-coin proof set. Can you open it up? Yeah, those will be nice collectibles for sure. Yep, and just hold it as still as possible. Beautiful. Are those, do you think they're all 1 ounce? 1 ounce coins?
I researched it all. I researched everything. 24.3 grams of silver.
Okay.
It's 0.999.
Beautiful. Limited mintage too, I'm sure.
It's proof silver too, of course. So.
Yep.
I mean, I'd have to calculate what 8 times 25.3 to see how many total Troy gram, and then do the division by 31.3 to see.
Yeah.
Right. You
It'll
know what
be
I'm saying?
six or seven troy ounces, I'm sure.
Like 7.
What's up, Annie?
Hey, Annie.
Now I'm more of a precious metals or precious metals.
Hey JM, I'm getting my calculator out.
You're getting what?
Calculator. My calculator.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting feedback. That sucks. Okay, here we go. 5.3 times 8. 202.4. Okay, 202.4 is what I have. $249.6.
Tom's fast.
I said divided by how much? 249.6? Yep. Yeah, so 81% silver. Times 8 means 6.48 ounces.
Troy ounces.
6.487 Troy. You are correct. Yep. Good job, man. You are correct. It was 600. Good job, dude.
That's right on. I'm sure they'll go for quite a nice premium too, especially since you got the full set in that.
Do you want me to take a couple of them out? They're so gorgeous. Which do you guys like track?
Olympic track and field?
I'm not a numismatic kind of guy.
All right. Don't worry about it.
No, if you are, I mean, stackers consist of all kind of people, man. It's not my genre. That's all. JM and other people might enjoy it. Just because
do you want to see the reverse of them? Do you want?
It's your call, brother.
I say you may as well. You've already got it out. You might as well. I'd say probably 5% of what I've stacked is collectible stuff like that. The vast majority of what I get is just bullion, as low as possible.
I buy to sell.
Someone called me a flipper one day, and I said, I'm not a dolphin.
So I ain't got flippers. Wasn't that a TV show? Are you calling me a movie star? I is a movie star.
Yeah, Nichols right. Seth's little doggy there's got its eyes on him.
Dog's gonna be seasick.
I think the nice little puppy dog's holding out for a treat.
I had to get a key because it's so tight in these holes, and actually to get them out.
Yeah, don't be scratching and scuffing the capsules. Just hold it as still as possible. Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Look at that.
You're up here, Nickel.
Nickel probably knows all about those.
What, the sport coins?
The Olympic coins.
I have one on Ryan on one. Actually, I've got 3 of them. Maybe 4. I've lost track. That's the rowing team.
Yep.
So this is Summer Olympics.
Yep. Oops, sorry, here we go.
That's the torch. I will watch the women's Olympic team play because I don't know. I heard that Clark was going to play for it, and then I haven't seen much. So, but if Clark gets to play, I will watch the Olympic team.
I wanted to sell those, Nickel. I was going to get just some more rounds.
What's your dog's name?
Max.
Matt. Oh, he just looked around. He said, "What?"
Mhm. Here's his name. For anyone that's interested, silver prices are just shy of $32.20 now. $32.19. Here, I'll share that. $32.20.
Wow. I love it.
It's on fire.
Tom Larson is leaving.
Hey, brother. Thank you for stopping by, Tom. I appreciate it.
Have a good night, Tom.
Silver is definitely
It's crazy,
definitely on
right?
a roll, man. There goes that spread of like 92 to 1. Yeah, it's 32.12. Right on. What's up, Finn? How's it going, my friend? But anyhow, that's the silver update, metals update. Gold up 20. Palladium actually is up 7. Platinum's up 4 to just a touch under 1100.
So what you're saying is we're in the green.
Everything is.
We are in the green.
Yeah, but you see that machine right there? To the right of the screen at the top, that taupe turquoise machine.
I do.
That's a money-making machine right there.
So you must be interested in money-making machines if they're advertising that to you.
No, it was a machine for jewelry making. Part of the main part of the machines for jewelry making. Like I was talking with Ian about. Excuse me. Taking and maximizing your dollar. Grab some crystallized osmium. Pretty much anything you make with it, be the first one.
Where's JM?
I'm here. I've just got to put this on full screen for me. United States 50-cent quarters proof set. Nice. From year 2003. Hey Seth, do you stock a lot of bars and just rounds and basic bullion too? Or are you more of a collector than a stocker?
Yeah, I have definitely more like constitutional silver and buffalo rounds.
Yep.
You know, I do.
Nice.
I actually bought a lot of this stuff on auction, and I don't even know how much this stuff is worth. But these quarters are just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Nickel, do you have a clue? I have no idea. I'm not into the numismatic sector of precious metals.
Look at it.
Well, they're certainly going to be worth more than bullion. Like the premium on that's going to be much higher than just their melt value.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know the business of that market to speculate.
It's tough. I tried looking into it, and there's just so much out there.
Man, they've got books that are two inches thick, full of stuff that you got to learn about when you get into that market, and that's why I stay away from it, because there's so few. It's just, it's a niche market, as is most markets. It's a niche market. It's just there's a lot to it. How many mints do you have? How many years are there? Was any one of the mints turn out any kind of flaw at any part of the year? I mean, there's just so much.
That's right.
Way too much for me.
I'm trying to think which states that is. 2003.
Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Arkansas, and Missouri.
All right.
Nickel, I have 2017. I have 2006, 2005.
Yep, you have Iowa.
And that's I'm not sure if it's in one of those or not. Let's check them all out.
And you probably have Indiana, since that is the #1 basketball state that ever was, ever will be. Iowa's probably second. I would say Iowa's second biggest basketball state.
So, Nickel, 2007, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Washington, and Montana. These are super, super proof and just super gorgeous.
Those are the states with the fewest people.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I would say, like, obviously 25 cents. I mean, I would $5 a pop for each one, right? I don't think that's silver. I think these are actually clad.
Oh,
Silver
no.
clad. They do make them. They do make all of them silver proofs.
Okay, maybe they are silver.
I've got some. I've got, I think, 5 state quarters that are 999 silver.
Yeah. No, I avoid clad completely.
Hey, JM, pull up that chart again.
Okay, hold on.
Nickel and I like some of the other clad stuff, though. So this one is 8.33% nickel, the rest copper.
We have the silver price chart up right now, brother.
Okay,
Silver's making new all-time highs as we're talking. Chef Stacker says is at 32.40. What do you got it at there, JM?
This says 32.14, but he may be looking at the futures.
Ah, okay.
And so if they're saying 32.40, unless it was a typo, then that means she's going to move.
Yeah, it means that last green dot's going to go up, and it just did. Or did you just move? Oh, you just moved it.
Yeah, I'm going longer term now, so you guys can see like really how much it's almost going straight up. And I'll bring it back to the shorter term here.
Wow.
There you go.
So silver's pretty much been on a roll for quite some time. How many years back is that?
This now this is not years. This is just going back May 16th, so just a couple days.
Oh wow, yeah, past 2 or 3 days it's done nothing but gone up.
Yeah. Here, I'll do
Chef says it's
Year
AMAX.
to date.
AMAX.
that's year to date. So this 2024 so far.
Last month's been beautiful. Look at that stair step. See, that's what you got to watch out for.
I can easily add gold in here, but it's tough to add silver. So gold's the orange line there now. So yeah, silver's up 35% this year so far, and gold's up 18%.
What's up, Salty?
Hey, Salty. See, I just wanted to show that because that is, it's not
It's,
all-time high.
Newsworthy.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
streaming still.
it's the highest since 2011. So it's the highest we've been in,
That is awesome.
or 2012 anyway. 12 years.
And it happened during the live stream. You got to love it. I know I do.
I got 32.
You broke up, Nickel.
32.22.
Yeah, so there'll be a little bit of variance just depending on which platform you're on. Like
Yeah.
it could be different from this, which is Trading View, which could be different from others, but it'll all be reconciled usually within a minute, or between 1 and 5 minutes they reconcile.
So silver will be somewhere between 33 and 34 months.
Well, it's got its upward trajectory. They said, whoever they are, that as soon as it breaks 30, there's no resistance. So, I mean, who's to tell? If there's no resistance, why should it stop going up? The economy definitely bears burden to a higher price of silver. I mean, unless you reject the fact that we've been in a crappy economy for the past 3.5 years. And the silver price has not reflected that as well as it should have. So, as I have said, it's just a repeat of 1971 and 79. Within 16 months, silver will be way over $50, setting new all-time highs, depending on what happens in the world scenario. You know, which is interesting as far as geopolitical stuff goes. It makes wonder, what's this Iran thing about? Anyone hear about that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, the ramifications of whatever happens from that.
Well, I think that's why there's not a whole lot of information coming out on it, other than that something happened,
Yeah.
right? But nobody can confirm very
And
much.
helicopter crashes aren't usually good to survive from if you do survive. Hey, what's up, OC?
That's right.
You know, if you survive a helicopter crash, most people wish they hadn't.
And frequently it's because that propeller, that main prop is spinning. There's so much power in that. Yeah, I have a feeling that he didn't survive, though.
Yeah. I was
Never know.
watching a report earlier where they according to the reporter, one of the crew and one of the passengers was communicating to whomever had the communications line, and they sent a whole bunch of people there. But if you look at the conditions and you know those mountain ranges, how many times has this scenario like that happened? especially in times like this. It's just like, I mean, yeah, okay, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Sorry. I don't think it was a crash at all.
Right, because there was 2 other helicopters as well, and I haven't heard anything about their status either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's definitely what do you call it? Redacted. the news is being redacted on it.
Well, it's not like we wouldn't know what they're doing because we definitely have eyes on them. So your speculation is as good as mine as to why they wouldn't say what's actually happened. I personally have no clue. I just find it funny. Because at this point in time, it's 2 scenarios I see. One, he was the guy pushing for war, and the rest of the country didn't want it, in which case maybe the Iranian people did it themselves, and that's why you're not hearing about the other helicopter. And that's a feasible, plausible thing. 2, Israel did it, you know. 3, it was actually the weather, but that's kind of, bad timing on the weather thing.
So this chart now, I've got it just charting by the minute. So this is just charting from the open in the overseas markets until now, showing with that 19 at the bottom. And this is
So we're catching up with the China price.
right.
I was wondering what effect their price would be in a couple dollars higher than our spot price would have. I guess we're seeing the effects of what differential that is.
Yeah, like my understanding is it's been about a 20% arbitrage on it. Just recently. Prices are definitely higher overseas. Here, I'll stop sharing that because that way we can see Seth's coins here. Surely you heard that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Did you fart?
Yeah. Public service announcement. Try not to eat at Taco Bell.
I was going to ask JM, you sure that little Castro's plane didn't go down and they're celebrating?
You know, I don't wish harm on anybody, but I don't have very much good to say about Justin Castro.
Hold on a second here.
He's alive and well, though. Is that what you meant, Nickel?
They can celebrate their independence if he went down in the helicopter.
Oh, I see what you mean. That's the reason for the fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would be.
OC Stacker's in the house.
Hey, OC.
As this country moved west, a new age began to take shape, where
This is silver.
rules were broken and legends.
JM.
Laws and lawmen on Fox Nation.
I gotcha.
This is a 90% silver. That's a
He joins me as the CEO and founder
bicentennial
of
West
the
Point.
Foundations, or the CEO.
I don't even know how much that would be. You know, I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, we got some breaking news. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Apparently, Fox News is talking about the Iranian president was assassinated.
Oh no.
I think that's newsworthy.
I'm going to mute up for this then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich, big deal. I mean, Raisi, as Trey said, was really slotted to become the next supreme leader when Ali Khamenei was to part the scene. So Now it's going to set up a big potential succession crisis. The supreme leader has tapped probably his son as the successor. And Raisi is certainly not being mourned by the majority of Iranians. He's known as the butcher of Tehran, responsible for the deaths and execution of thousands of Iranians. So I think there's a lot of celebrations going on in Iran and in the Iranian diaspora and amongst many people following the story.
And this regime has faced protest, right?
This regime has faced mass protests. I mean, beginning back in 2009, millions of Iranians were on the streets yelling death to the dictator. Then you saw protests 2017 all the way to 2023, the Women Life Freedom protests. And this guy, Raisi, I mean, he'd been responsible for putting to death thousands of protesters and dissidents over the years, including back in 2009 and 2019. Again, he was the hanging judge. He was on a death commission that put these poor Iranians to death, electrocuted people, raped, tortured. I mean, he's a brutal man, or was a brutal man.
You know, very often when bad things or certain things happen in regimes like this, there's a quick reaction to blame the United States, to blame Israel in this case. Do you expect that to happen here?
That's already happening on social media. I mean, I think the regime is scrambling. They don't want to admit that this was a question of incompetence or improper maintenance of this helicopter. So blaming the United States and Israel fits perfectly within their conspiratorial playbook.
If this is a conspiratorial playbook, beyond that, would Iran physically respond here, or is this just simply propaganda purposes?
Well, there's always a chance they'll physically respond in order to distract the attention of their population. But now they're going to have to go through another election or a selection, because these things are fraudulent. So there'll be a selection of another Iranian president, and that'll take 6-7 weeks for them to run through this process. But at the end of the day, I mean, Raisi was the president, but the real important power is the supreme leader, is Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. They control the national security of the country, and I don't think they'll be missing a step in their brutal campaign across the Middle East.
So Israel is fighting Iran-backed Hamas, Iran-backed Hezbollah. Minister Benny Gantz has threatened to leave the war cabinet if Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't develop what he defines as a long-term plan for Gaza. What does that do to the Israeli cabinet and the war effort there?
Well, I think Benny Gantz has finally reached the point of
That sucks, man. He didn't talk about that too much. They didn't say if it was an American missile or if it was the Iranian people. I am glad that they mentioned that their own people hated the guy. So that brings to question whether was it an American that killed him, or was it their own people, or was it the pilot? Because he was known to execute his own people.
I saw a comment, someone speculating that it was the Mossad got him.
Oh, well, that's always the case, but I could very easily see a point where the pilot of that helicopter's uncle was tortured to death by the guy, and this was his chance to take him out.
Gotcha.
You know, the guy did torture his own people, and they are actually celebrating in the streets. That's what I heard. Celebrating in the streets in Iran for this guy's death because they didn't want him in charge. In which case, the Ayatollah probably could have ordered it himself so that he could pick a more friendly to the people, because he's already got, a lot of things on his hand, the Kurds and all this other stuff. He's got to quail lots of people there that don't like him. So he might want to put a friendlier face in charge, and that guy was expecting to be the one, and he was known, what did they say, the torturer of Baghdad or some crap like that? They gave him the name?
The butcher of Baghdad.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could see where the Ayatollah would want him killed.
Right.
So that he could replace him with a friendlier face to where it'd be less turmoil in his country by a less extreme and hated individual. So there's lots of scenarios that could play out there. More information needs to be had. But at least we know he's dead. And that's one thing. Did silver go up again, JM?
She's going almost straight up, buddy. Like we're at 32.50.
What? No way. Sterling?
32.50.
32.50. Even went higher than Chef Zacher said on the
Wow. Tell you what. JM, I see a red drawback wick. Did we go higher than 32.50, like 32.70, and then pull back or something? Or what was
Original
that?
10, what's up?
32.51.
Is the top? Is the tippity top so far?
Yeah,
Okay.
32.51. This is on very short term. This is just on 1 minute. intervals.
Okay.
So I'll back it out a little bit further. There's
Oh, do your thing, man. I was just checking.
Yep, good question. This is 1 hour intervals.
I don't day trade, dude. You know.
Me neither, but like I've watched the prices. I've been interested in them, and like I've been following the precious metals since 2016.
What's that,
2006.
Charlie?
2016.
Yeah.
So wow, back then Eagles, dude, you were probably getting them with premium,
So, like,
$18,
right
$17 probably all day, huh? Wow, it's good. I mean, I guess you could say that about
So that-
anything. I mean, if you're buying, Nvidia stock, dude, I mean, man, that would have been really nice, putting like $1,000 in Nvidia stock back when it was at $50.
Yep, people are celebrating.
Yeah, it's not like
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm just reporting here from Iran. So that chart's going back to 2016 now, which is when I first started stocking.
So yeah, Silka $16. So you weren't getting Eagles for 16, but you were getting them for 18.
No.
Cool. No.
Yeah.
So-
I think the cheapest I ever got an Eagle for was around 20
Okay.
US, but like I'm in Canada, so
That's like
It's
$5
right.
US.
it's quite a bit. Yeah, but like when I say that, I mean 20 US dollars. But the Eagles always had a couple extra dollars premium on them compared to the Maples here. So I've got like one tube of Eagles, but I've probably got 4 or 5 tubes of Maples.
Okay. I have 10 maple leaves. Want me to bring them out? Prove them to you?
You can if you want. So it's come back down now. I'll stop sharing this now, but if I see it blow through 3250, I'll share it again.
Hey,
Um,
let's
thank
show
you
something
for
else
doing
off,
that.
guys. For one of our homeboys. One of my boys. Sal, Uncle Sal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And CCT. So he gave me one of these.
Right on. Those are awesome.
For this guy.
It's awesome.
Dude, he's so man, he's super good. Oops. Jeez, man. So he's got nice velvet in there, dude. Nice and elegant and long. And wow, it's just gorgeous. It really works, man. Excuse me?
What is it?
This is Cyber Curtain Twitchers Silver Slide, which he uses it to determine there's metallic material inside this velvet slide down here. So a silver. So if it's
Yeah, I
kept.
saw that demonstration. I was just asking what that was because I didn't recognize it. I do know what it is.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, there you go. Pretty sweet, huh? So I'll put that away.
Yeah, that's probably where I saw it, Tully. Yeah, we just did a little news report. Saw from, I guess it was only 30 seconds from Fox on the downing. No one knows what country downed it. Neither am I.
Oh, I see Seth Shepard's frequently on Salivate Metals live streams.
Oh, yeah.
And others as well. I think this is your first time up on Neil's panel, though, right, Seth?
Yeah. Oh, you can hear that.
Yeah. It's music to my ears.
That's silver content for sure.
Be nice if it was platinum.
Oh, it would be very nice if it was platinum. JM's got like, or not JM, excuse me, Jake's Custom Car Parts. There's 3 not jars, I don't know. Like 3-gallon buckets, one for each of his kids, full of silver, constitutional silver, and all that stuff.
Nice.
That's, of course, why he did the video, getting rid of some of his constitutional. Yes, it does, Tully. Silver and platinum definitely has a different.
Isn't that cool, guys? Just the feeling of these are just basically Washington quarters, you know? Gorgeous.
Now, nickel stacking is going to show us some. Is that sterling? You got
Yeah.
Chef Stocker's attention now.
Yeah, I know. Look at that, chef. Woo! Wee! Look at that. This is,
So a butter knife.
Sterling silver, yeah.
yeah,
Pretty cool. Yeah, nice.
I got these ones some time ago on a local auction. Got a pretty good price on them. I can't remember what it was, but
Tully
it
wants
doesn't
to
even feel like they're waiting. So,
nickel. You got
Yeah.
someone talking to you.
who's that?
Tully says, "Show me the spoon, nickel." Then Chef Stacker
Oh.
says, he'd estimate about 20 grams of silver in that.
This is my
There you
gold
go.
spoon.
Now he froze up for you, Tully. There you go. The golden spoon.
Wow.
Supposed to taste ice cream with this. Let's say ice cream tester.
Only rich kids did.
Yeah.
Nickel, is that 14 karat?
Nope.
18? Or
Nope.
10?
Plated.
Eight
probably.
carat. 8
Oh,
carat.
plated. Oh, 8. Okay.
Oh, 8 carat. Okay. Yeah, it has to be somewhat strong to be able to be used and not bend every time you reach into the ice cream bowl.
Yeah, right. Yep.
All right, taking you off main screen there, buddy.
Yeah, I have a few, walking Liberty quarters, man, but they're so slicked out, dude. They're just. I'd rather have something nicer. My dog's upstairs yelping away. Outside.
And
Tully needs to make her own purple gold spoon.
she was asking me what this. No, this is the Indiana Fever logo. I do have a Detroit Tiger hat.
Check
Real-
this out. Blow me up, Neil, for this American Innovation Coin. I'm not selling this. Hold on. I think I need to turn my lighting down in the back is the issue. There we go.
Yeah, I would say
Look at that.
that's perfect there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Is that gold or
this is $1 proof coin. This is a genuine coin minted in accordance. It's a legal tender. Doesn't even say if it's freaking silver or not on this, which probably means it's not. Dang, I don't even think this is one that's silver. Because otherwise it would say it on there, man. This one's not even silver. Wow, that's a shame. The Department of the Treasury, 1789. United States of America, American innovation. It's just wow, this is beautiful. Yeah, exactly. It's a beautiful gold. I don't even know what that's made of, dude.
What's up, Jake? Do you have any numbers for us?
What do you think that's made of? That gold. Look how gorgeous this is.
If it's not gold, I have no clue. I'm not into metallurgy that much, and I could only speculate it's gold coloring. I don't even know.
I think it's just gold kiss. I think that's what they call it.
Oh, well, get up here, Jake, and share it out with us. Now Jake's telling us futures are going higher.
Yeah, I'm not sure what those are, Seth.
Yeah, I would.
You should be able to Google it, though. You should be able to look it up. The link's pinned at the top, Jake.
Yeah,
Top of
and
the
OC. Because after Jake does his spiel, I'll probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. $1 proof. I mean, I don't. My guess is probably $10.
You can go to eBay and look it up and see what.
I'm not selling her, dude.
No. Just
You know.
just for your research on it and see what they've sold for recently, and then you'll know what they're going for.
Cool, absolutely. But I do got some more silver stuff out here, guys. If you guys wanted to see some stuff, you know.
There it is.
What's up, guys?
What's up? You gonna give us an update?
Hey,
Yeah.
this is for nickel stacking.
Hold on a second.
This might be a gift for nickel stacking someday or something. Westward Journey, Iowa. There you go. It's a nickel series coin set, dude. 2005. This one's super cool. All Jefferson Nichols, of course. I need to dim my lights down in the back. One sec.
I think you should do a video on them sometime. Upload the video.
Hold on a second, Jake. We'll get you going here in a minute.
Yeah, no rush.
Yep, nickel will definitely be liking those.
Definitely several things I'm not interested in.
Right on, Seth. Thanks for sharing that. You definitely got some nice stuff there.
Yeah, I have some more stuff. I totally blasted my front lights like on 100%, so it looks like I'm looking under like a makeup light. You know, that's why I'm so bright looking. I'll dim down my front lights. What's that?
All right, Jake, I'm going to give you the floor. You give us some numbers.
Okay.
Waiting for.
Okay, yeah. So about 5 minutes before the Shanghai Open, it started going green, and silver's at 32.55 on futures, and gold's at 24.35. So we were up about $22 on gold, and we got up as high as like $1.55 in silver. So right now it's about up $1.29 in silver, and platinum broke 1101. Still in the green.
No, I'm talking about the numbers on their purchase. The Constitutional Silver, you said you had numbers breakdown for us. I was wondering if you had that ready.
Oh, yeah, I got that too. I thought you wanted Shanghai info. I'm so excited about Shanghai tonight. Oh, shit, I had them written down somewhere. Shanghai, baby. Gold gangbusters today. Shit. I don't remember where I put them. Yeah, so, but I could give you some of these numbers that I remember.
How many quarters did you spend on? We know you had 8 dimes, but how many quarters did you want to have?
Okay, so we'll start at the easier part. So when we did the deal, it was $32 for his purchase of his goods, and he said when he did the math at 24, when he did his math at 24 times face, he does the math and says it's 7.7 something dimes. We'll call it 8, and I said right. So I started looking at my change, and I had like five or six dimes, but I had $2 in quarters. So I thought, you know what? Let's just be cool. Let's give him a tip. So I just gave him 4 silver quarters. You know, whatever. So call it a tip, whatever. But so when I got home and then crunched through all the numbers, which they're laying around here somewhere. So that was out of the batch that I bought at 18 face. So I only paid $14.40 for those. If I would have paid them in dimes, face value is still the same thing. But when I paid $14.40 for those quote 8 dimes. Well, so I got over 55% value, maybe 52, 55%, you know, because his shit was 32. So if you take 14 plus 14, that's 28. That's more than 50%. Yeah. So I did well.
The 8 face.
Well, right. So when I bought the dimes in January, they were 18 times face. When we did the deal, the junk silver went up to so he said, well, I remember we looked at it on Saturday. APMEX was 24 times face, and SD Bullion was 25 times face. And I said, look, you know, I don't want to take advantage of them and saying, oh no, let's use so I said, let's use APMEX at 24 times face. So that's what I did. And then he said, okay. So he did the math, and he said, well, it's 8 dimes. I said, okay, well, here's fucking 4 quarters. Call it even. Keep the tip, whatever. And I booked out with the pie, that big jar of jalapenos, which everybody, my mom and dad, everybody loves the pie. They ate that fucker. It was gone. And, you know, by the time everybody made one round, that pie was gone. I got the jalapenos here, and I split up and gave all the veggies to my kids. So, you know, I ain't eating that shit. Squashes and yeah, no, not for me. I mean, I don't eat squash on my pizza, so it's like
right on. So you did do very well, as I was telling everyone. I knew there was more to it than 8 dimes.
yeah. So I guess one thing to consider is that I guess if you're going to go bartering, you know, make sure you have more dimes than quarters. But I didn't realize that because I left a little what's it called, like a Tupperware up there at the ranch, and I thought there was like 30 or 40 bucks face, which there was, but most of it was all quarters, half dollars, you know, a couple piece dollars. But when I started looking for dimes, I only had like 5 or 6. I'm like, wow, what the hell? Yeah, so
that totally. He paid with Constitutional for product.
Yeah. So when the guy added everything up, which I was hoping, and next time we go, I'll try and go earlier where we have time to actually talk, because like that one sign showed the different prices in the jars of canned foods, but but like the pie, you know, it didn't have 15 bucks marked on it. You know, it would have been cool if he just would have put 15 bucks on the box so I could show everybody, but I had to ask him later and then figure it out. And so that's why I took those pictures on Twitter. So the pie was 15, the jalapeno jar was 7, and then the rest of the other food and veggies and shit was $7. Well, so tomorrow I'm gonna go to the grocery store and price out that head of cabbage, you know, 3 or 4 potatoes and squash, zucchini, and all that, onion and all. Anyway, I'm gonna price all that shit out, and then we'll have some more numbers later on. You know,
Right on.
Here.
Right
You
on.
made it like a bandit, dude. I mean, those type of vegetables at Hy-Vee, if I go, dude, I'm dropping like $45. It's freaking ridiculous.
Oh wow. Yeah. So I mean, basically, I mean, so if I wouldn't have given him a tip, he only wanted 8 dimes. And of course, I gave him the slick worn ones. You know, I'm not giving him, you know, brand new shiny fucking rosies or nothing. So, and I didn't, I didn't have them. I just had quarters, but my quarters were slick, kind of slick. You know, so that's why I thought, well, I'll just give him a tip. You know, because I told him I'll be back in a month. And, you know, so my mom said in June, early July, whatever, he'll have tomatoes and have spring onions and a bunch of more shit. So I told him, I'll do it one more time, just to show people and, you know, get more veggies. I mean, anyway, but yeah, I thought it was cool. And
Oh, you know,
as far as,
I've had a lot of good feedback about that live stream.
yeah, and so he didn't care showing his face. He doesn't care if you're driving through Texas. So if you're passing in between Dallas and Houston, basically, you can pull over. We got great gas stations, beef jerky, and you can slide down to the downtown area, and that dude will, I mean, you know, and I don't walk in there with $10 and tell him you want to buy the whole, you know, buy his whole load. But yeah, if you go in there and pick out a few things, yeah, he don't care. So, and like I said, I was just building it for a relationship, and my mom knows. My mom's known him and his family for years. So the point was just to make it kind of easy, get it on video a few times, and then now my mom knows how to do it. She can just roll down there every once in a while. I told Mom, you know, yeah, don't do it all the time. It's not like the depression's here yet, but you know, just make a few transactions, you know, get used to it. Everything's right. Let us cool, and then, you know, maybe sometime down the road we might have to.
How are the pizza places between Houston and Dallas?
Nickel. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not too bad around here. I got a few places I like to go, but you know, so I eat out pizza. I buy frozen pizzas and I make my own. So I do the best with what I can on a fixed income.
Making your own's the healthiest.
Yeah, it's pretty fun too. It just takes a couple hours.
It's perfect what you're doing with the barter there, though. I think sort of practicing in advance, getting vendors used to dealing with it,
right.
And it's a beautiful
right.
thing.
Yeah. So the cool thing is that, and I didn't have time to like scan it, but there's like 5 or 6 other tents, and there's like a Mexican lady that sells eggs, and there's a cool old dude next to him that sells handmade wood products. Well, of course, my mom was like, well, let's go see the old guy with the wood. I said, look, Mom, if we're going to barter with silver, I'm bartering for food, but I'm not going to buy people's junk. And, you know, now granted, that dude's eggs were like, yeah, it's like that dude's eggs were like $5 a dozen. Well, shit, they're only $2.25 at my grocery store. So no thanks on the eggs. And then he said the honey was $7 a bottle, 3 for $20. And I'm thinking like, yeah, you know what? No, you know, I mean, I already have some honey, but I know mine's cheaper at the store, the same one, but whatever. I mean, it's like, I mean, you know, I was just trying to grab a bunch of shit. So try to run up a $20, $30, $40 tab. Worked out fine. But, you know, so he said he'll have tomatoes in a few weeks. So next time I go up there and barter, I'm going to buy a shitload of tomatoes, onions, and shit. And then I'm going to go film a video on Twitter, and we'll make Mom some homemade pizza sauce. And we'll make a pizza on X.
And sell it for an ounce, and then sell it for an ounce of silver.
We're not going to sell it. We're going to eat it.
Yeah.
Neil, I eat my profits. I'm not making profits. I'm
trying
selling
to
it.
get him to sell pizza for silver, so that way he gets used to making money off of food.
No, what I tell people is, please stack pizzas so that I can trade silver for it down the road. I'm getting everybody trained early. Stack pizza, and I'll be bringing silver. We'll meet on the side of the road like a fucking drug deal. Yeah, I need some pizza.
You got an ounce of silver? Here's your pizza, buddy. It's a medium.
Yeah. Jake, you're paying too much. I'm hungry. Only need a quarter, not a $50. Yeah, I want it.
I don't care. Here, take it. Give me the pizza.
Demand is exceeding supply.
Yeah, you know, but it'll be cool to see how the premiums react tomorrow, because Saturday after I got home and I showed my mom and dad the video, which my dad couldn't believe it. even though it's right down the street. And he knows that I was with my mom 3 weeks ago when I told the guy, hey, I'll be back in 3 weeks. He didn't think the guy would do it. Well, after he watches the video, I was like, holy shit. Anyway, but I told him we went to go look on SD Bullion, and at the time, Saturday, before the Shanghai just moved, Silver Eagles were $40.39 if you mail them a check.
What is space for Constitutional right now?
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked, but Saturday morning before I did the live stream, it was 24 and 25 times face.
Wow.
Depends if you're buying on APMEX or APMEX was 24 and ST Bullion was 25 when I did the math.
We have the economic nickel ninja here.
Yeah, well, if somebody could pull up ST Bullion and APMEX and see what their changes are now, because we were up like $1.30 on silver 5 minutes ago before I jumped online.
Yeah, no, it's up there, but I'm gonna have to end this live stream and deal with some stuff backstage with some people.
Cool.
Sorry for cutting it early for everyone. But,
This is the ultimate man pizza. It's carnivore.
Meat.
I see some people in the studio.
Pretty damn good.
Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing the chat. Hi, OC and everybody. Original Intent. So I can't see the chat and my phone at the same time. I suck. So anyway, cool. I appreciate it. I'll let you guys in the stream and I'll take off, and we'll see you guys next week or so.
Thank you very much for the update, Jake. And
thanks, Nickel, for the pizza.
Good to see you, Jake.
All right, you guys say it later, Jim.
All right, hold on. Let me get there we go. Original wanted to show some stuff before I go offline.
Hey, Original.
How's it going, Original?
I'm doing well. How you guys?
Good. Oh, pretty good. Hanging in there.
Yeah, I was just going to show you a couple of yard sale finds I've picked up over the years.
Right on.
Cool.
That's a sterling silver candy dish made in 1950.
Nice.
So,
where's it made at? Who made it?
Wallace Sterling.
Which country though? Because U.S. imported so much silver and cutlery from Europe. I know because I have a whole bunch of stuff. I was actually looking at my house today. I have stuff from France, Germany, and like India. You know, like does it show where country it came from?
It doesn't. My research, I assumed it was made in the U.S. It just said that it was made in 1950 by Wallace Sterling.
Okay.
It's got all.
It's not weighted. It's not weighted.
I'm not like an expert. I'm not trying to say I'm an expert on like anyone popular or anything. Yeah, obviously look into it. You know.
Yeah, that dish isn't weighted, and then over the years I've just picked up some real silverware at yard sales and stuff like that. That made out of coin silver, and I couldn't find it, but I had one spoon that was made back in the 1840s because the guy that made it.
But it has initials on it.
Yeah,
it have initials on it.
Yeah, it had his name actually. I can't remember what it was, but it had his name, and he was only making stuff from like 1842 to 47, something like that. So anyway, just wanted everyone else was showing all their little finds off, and I was like, hey, I want to show my stuff off a little bit.
That's the way to do it. If you want to build
show and tell is the best, man. It's like show and tell is fun. Like if you don't ever show anybody anything you have, what's the point of even owning it? Particularly if we never look at it. Right, Nickel?
There's pieces of
there's a lot
mine.
out there. Keep it up because there's a lot out there you can get like that, and you can get it below spot. And it's the quickest way to build up your silver weight. That's what I do. I do what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that dish I paid $30 for. And looking it up, I don't see any of them online for less than $250. So
Right on. Good pickup.
Sweet.
Well, yeah, because it's a limited edition. It's part of a set, you know, and like someone else who might have some of the other pieces
right.
that are trying to finish their set, I'm sure it's happening a lot. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Absolutely. Don't throw away any of your old cool cutlery and flatware and, you know, tea stuff. Don't do it. Keep it.
There's lots of schools of thought for that. There's several people in this chat that
really?
for silver.
Oh, okay.
They buy
At
it.
these prices, I find that interesting. What do you think, Original Intent? Is it too early to start melting?
Nice.
19, 20.
Yeah, this stuff I would never melt.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of rounds and stuff like that for trade. But yeah, these are probably just heirloom items that
I'm passing my stuff down. I'm not even melting it. It's from
exactly.
my 100% French grandma. Her parents literally came from France. And I've stamped stuff from France all over the place because my Peppo is in the Navy. So he was stationed in, obviously, the Pacific after, Pearl Harbor forever. So he brought back a lot of stuff. So my little brother's thrown into that stuff. So I got all the cool stuff, man. Cool coins from all over the world. What's up?
The coin silver spoons and forks and stuff are worth a lot more than the silver content. People will pay $200 for those. So,
right. I mean, if it's a cool piece, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm about done tonight too, guys.
Right on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it and keep some people backstage, talk about some stuff.
Thanks for letting me in.
Not a problem. Thank you for coming up, my friend.
Hey, I told you I'd get on camera someday. You know, so here I am.
Well done.
Right on.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night, man. Have a nice week. We'll see y'all later.
You too, Seth.
And thank you, Original, for coming up.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it a lot.
It's good to see
More
you.
than welcome. Anyone's welcome up here. But I am going to end it, and I want to keep a couple people backstage. And who dropped off? Nickel. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna call it a night, peoples. You guys have a good one. Okay, JM. Let me make sure. I'll just hit end stream, and that's it. Correct?
Yeah. Do not hit
anything but that.
Go back to dashboard. Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, Azardos, everybody. I do appreciate it, Annie. You guys have a great one, and we'll chat. If I don't come up with a live stream with Jake, it'll be next Sunday. You guys have a good one. Good night. All right, so I hit end stream, and then it says end the stream again.
Yeah, so you click that again.
Okay.